Do you think Alexander the Great was just kind of like riding around on his elephant most of the time, and like he'd ride directly into a room and be like, all right, guys, let's address the elephant in the room? I just kind of feel like that's the kind of thing he would be doing. He just seemed like a quirky guy. What's that? Oh, millions, you say? Damn, never mind. why do we call him the Great then? Wait a minute, that's not that great at all. No, but like, now that I've made my little joke about the idiom, allow me to address the elephant in the room. There's a very good chance this stream gets cut insanely short. If it does, I will not be doing anything to bring it back. That would be purely from my power cutting because it's currently thunderstorming pretty bad outside. As it has been this entire month. In fact, this month, I think almost every third day I've had a very bad thunderstorm. Like there's some bad omen in the US or something. Like there's some dark force looming over the entirety of the country or something like that. I don't know what ooh, wrong one. I don't know what I could be referring to. Dude, there's some way I can stay on, like if I right click something. Cause like I want to, like right here, I wanted to like make it so I could like lock this one or something like that. You can't lock a scene to not go to it easily. I mean, heaven forbid, I suppose. I guess you're supposed to like look and rationalize using your brain, but that seems like big instructions for a lot of people online. Most of them, I wouldn't trust with their own username and password information. They click one link and all of that's gone. Granted, I mean, I might not be the smartest. Last night, I was looking at my credit card history and trying to figure out what a charge was. And after about 20 minutes of going, I must have left my card somewhere and something happened. I realized, wait, no, I totally bought that shit. That was me. So, you know, maybe from my glass domicile in which I preside, I should not be tossing stones. You could make comics if that was your name. If you were a stone toss of sorts. Don't know what kind of comics you'd make. Probably really chill ones that a lot of people like laugh at, if I had to guess. Just based off the name, because I mean, like, that's just a chill name or whatever. I'm checking what we have right now, but I hope everyone's having a great Thursday. Where was I yesterday? Where was I yesterday? I think I was just busy with work, man. I don't know. All of the days blend together. If it's a day that ends in Y, there's a good chance in my brain it just kind of like doesn't stand out. I've been wondering about it, right? Because I don't want to self-diagnose. But I feel like this is something that you have to self-diagnose because I don't see how you could possibly get a proper diagnosis of it. I'm pretty sure I have that thing where when you close your eyes, it's like nothing but blackness. Like you can't visualize anything. Also, I kept thinking somebody was walking underneath me. Now, it's possible that somebody is walking underneath me. They might be the most heavy-set individual in the world, but I'm pretty sure it's the thunder outside. Actually, give me 1 second. I feel too big right now. I feel too big for myself. There we go. Now that feels about right. Now I feel like the proper size. Okay, sick. But I'm pretty sure that's the thunder outside if I cautioned to guess really quickly. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that I have aphantasia, whatever it's called. The one where you can't picture anything when you close your eyes. The only reason I say it is because, like, I can almost see words, but I can't see, like, visuals at all. Like, if I try... Hold on, let me lock in. Ooh, I'm thinking of big booty Latinas. Nothing's coming to mind. Which, that tells you. No, but, like, actually, though, nothing... It doesn't matter what the prompt is, right? I'm, like, the inverse of an AI image generator. No matter how much you prompt something, I won't think of it. That's why I remember when I was a kid, there was that one joke that people would do. They'd be like, whatever you do, don't think of pink elephants. And then the joke is you're thinking of pink elephants because they said it, right? But, like, it never worked on me. Because I would try to think of them, but I'm like, what? I've never seen a pink elephant, so I don't really have, like, a good... But it's weird because I can come up with things in my mind as far as I know. I don't know. Anyways, let me create a hub real quick. Or maybe I should join a hub. Let me search hubs. Sure. What do we have going on? You were unable to find any hunters. Like, at all? What if I just set, like, the maximum to 999? No, I'm not 999, but, like, what if I did that? Alright, then I'd find some people. Hold on. My phone was vibrating. I think I just got a TikTok notification, man. Dude, I'm getting... I need to go disable those notifications. I get so tired of my phone vibrating for just somebody sending me a TikTok. I've got the improper belief that it's something important. A Tall Ka is the hub name. G4 is that one's hub name. Don't think I'm on G4 yet myself. No, I'm on G3. I'm trying to fly like a G6. I don't think anybody would want to hunt a Lao Shanlong with me. Even though I really want his weapon. Like, it's... Allow me to double check just in case I'm entirely wrong. I'm pretty sure it's surprisingly good though. Upgrade equipment. It's not upgrade, it would be forge. Forge ourselves a switch axe. Should be right over this one. Not a bad weapon at all though. Dragon elements, sure, it's not what it's not ideal, but still, because like here we have 250, it's 260, and it's got an element, and it's got a better sharpness bar. There's a lot to like and not very much to dislike, but at the same time, the idea of sitting through a 30-minute slugfest of a dragon slowly walking towards a wall. You ever hear an expression about paint drying? Dude, I feel skeeved out with how much I'm hearing the thunder behind me, but like, it's gonna be fine. I mean, we know we're gonna have to do all of the Fated 4. They love making you do that. The Phantom Beast, or reality or fantasy. They don't even realize that I'm caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. That's kind of the craziest part to me. I thought more people would get that. I mean, it's got to be Glavenus for the boiling, broiling desert. Should only need some stuff to keep me cool, man. That's all I need. That's true for real life, too. Honestly, if you like summer, though, like, realistically, I think you need to be checked on. And I've seen, there was this one post online that was like, huh, better than winter, where sometimes my face hurts from how cold it is. I've never got skin cancer in winter, man. Not to instantly one-up you with an argument that you can no longer possibly come back from, but like, oh no, but there's frostbite, there's frostbite. If you're getting frostbite in winter, dress better. And then you're gonna say if you're getting skin cancer in summer, use better sunblock, but also, you know, sunblock's not 100% effectiveness, but like, trust me. There's precautions for the winter weather. All you have to do is check a weather forecast. And people act like that's not a thing you do in summer. You still have to check in summer because it's going to be raining a lot too. Also, completely missed the roar dodge timer. Some are saying he might be Unk status, unfortunately. They're saying that his brain is atrophied to a point where he can no longer react like he used to. It's unfortunate. But who's the one actor I'm thinking of? Is it Bruce Willis? It might be. You know who I'm talking about. The one who, like, very tragically... I don't know what the brain condition is. But I know... whoever the actor I'm thinking of is now... their brain's condition has, like, atrophied so far to the point where they can no longer recognize that they once were an actor. And they don't understand what... I mean, it's insanely tragic, by the way. There's no punchline here. I'm just trying to think of who it is. I'm not... This isn't about to be like, if it was me, I would just take, like, jellyfish memory capsules to have all my brain power back. Those were insane scams, though, right? Like, there's no shot that's real that taking a powdered jellyfish increased your knowledge. That's some shit they would do in a medieval fantasy setting. Right? They're putting a leech on you to cure you from any kind of blood-related illnesses. Also, is my audio too loud for the console? I feel like it may be. It may be. Let me run over here real quick and then we can fix that. Don't mind me, Glavenus. I just gotta go fix something. Yeah, I think it's a smidge on the loud side. I don't know. I'm just looking at audio values and tweaking. Every time I ask it in chat, nobody responds. Well, is it just that one? Great question. You hit me there? That's actually so insanely impressive because, like, I was underneath you and so far away from your mouth that I thought surely there's no way I can get hit here. Far be it from me to be correct, I suppose. Dude, Glavenus is just such, like, a chill fight. Because, like, he's just got a big sword and his game plan is he's gonna use it. And that's kind of awesome. That's what I want more monsters to be like. I get tired of all these monsters who are crafty little guys. Holy, I don't know if the thunder's gonna get picked up in here. because your power may cut us at any moment. That is true. I guess it's kind of like a why bother putting in the effort if I'm going to be gone. That's exactly why we don't have nursing homes, because, like, why bother putting in that effort? They're going to be gone. Might as well. I mean, we know what's going to happen eventually. They're not dodging it anymore. I guess it is kind of... I mean, like, I say it as a joke because we do have nursing homes, but realistically, if you ever look at the kind of care in the average nursing home, it does kind of seem like that is the mentality. It's just, fuck it, they're going to be gone anyways. That's why so many of them, if you walk by any of the rooms, it sounds like two Lego pieces falling apart. That's them getting it on, but it's because it's all they have left, man. Oh, wait, you don't do it twice. That's right, you're not Hellblade. Yeah, you'll never be him, no matter what you try. You're just simply a G3 ranked Glavenus. Tragic, really. Couldn't be me. Yeah, I think it is, like, I guess, at the end of the day, what else are you supposed to do? But I just do think it's really funny how all of the stories of people who work at nursing homes say you always have a story. Man rolls directly into Fireball, lives to regret it. Sorry, I'm trying to write a Darman story. Everybody who works at a nursing home does have a story that's like, yeah, you walk in on them having sex a lot. Fuck, man. I mean, I shouldn't have drank my potion there, but I was just really hoping you'd be chill. Oh, I should have listened closer. Yeah, that's on me. All right, one. If it's just one there, we're actually fine to drink. We'll be done our flex animation in time, and then we can re-enter the fray. Wait to see what his attack is. Wait, that's kind of his technique. He's waiting to see what my attack is. Well, now one of us will have to change. And it's not going to be me. If I'm one thing, it's adverse to change. 77th roar of this very fight. And, like, 73rd that I missed my dodge on. So he's definitely got a good batting average. I get why he's doing it. It's the only time he can... I didn't know he had that move. That might be a new one. I don't know if G-rank monsters get new moves. I shouldn't just lie. What is he up to? Bro, I don't think he knows what he's up to. How am I supposed to dodge what he does? He's just flailing. He's hitting every move in his ability, or in his kit, man. He just kind of feels like he's... See, like, that move right there is really strange to me. And I don't know why, and maybe it's just new. I don't know if it is new, by the way. I'm saying maybe it's new. But, like, when he does it, I kind of don't understand what's happening. Because it just looks like he's flailing, but then all of a sudden he is also hitting. All right, wait for it. He's going to do a big smack. He's not. Okay, okay. Let's just move on over to the cave of safety. Nothing bad ever happens in here. We can just drink up a couple potions, remember the good times, as they once were. Well, should I even bother wasting a whetstone? This is how I run out of whetstones. I have the littlest amount of sharpness missing and go, yeah, but my white sharpness buff. And then I just use a whetstone anyways. Now, that could be seen as a gross misuse of potions, by the way, that I just had there. Said it could be seen that way. It won't be. Oh! He moved on. I don't know why. I just kind of thought we were going to fight here the whole time. I thought it was like a gentleman's agreement. Realistically, he was over here, so he probably ran to 1. What is this based upon? I would like him to be an area. I don't know. I've never fought him in this desert before. I've only fought him in the Monster Hunter 4 desert, by which I mean I'm sure it was from a game before Monster Hunter 4, but in my mind, it only exists as the Monster Hunter 4 desert because Monster Hunter 4 was the first one I played with a functioning brain. Holy, man, that thunder is going insane. God, it's crazy, though, because it's not even raining. Kind of ruining the vibe. I'll get up there and stop that real quick. Well, you know, or I'll just get completely decimated. It's on me. I greeded to get into a different stance just so I can have out my sword weapon. But I did break his face, which feels pretty good for me. Are you just leaving? There's no shot. You just walked here. Just walk this way. Dude, if you would talk this way, if you would just give me a kiss, holy. You're not here to fight me, right? That would be an insane thing to do. He actually is remarkably chill. All right, I like that little guy. Let's throw a little trance/3, go down to green sharpness just to really make sure this one does no fucking damage whatsoever. What can I say? I think it's unfair when I get to deal damage to the monster. All right. If we're bouncing, I'll be on my way then. No, I won't. I'll miss time of dodge. Seems to be a little bit of a theme around here. You gotta understand, what games have I been playing recently? Not many. I've been playing Dead by Daylight, okay? I'm not used to this whole thing where I actually have to hit a dodge roll button. I'm used to the killer just missing because I stood still. I have been playing more Survivor. I think Survivor is stressful. I think if you think Killer is stressful, you gotta reevaluate, because all you're doing is walking around and clicking people. It's the easiest role in the game. Is it the easiest one to win on? No, but it's the easiest one to have fun on. Because all you do, like, even if you lose, even if you only end up killing one person, or even if you only get a couple hook stakes. Sorry, not stakes. You still had fun. If you're on Survivor, it's very possible to just, like, not have fun the entire time. In my opinion. It's also because I'm ass at Survivor, probably. My brain works more for Killer because it just makes sense. My objectives are way more clear because all I want to do is kill. My objectives on Killer, or sorry, all I want to do on Killer is, all I want to do on Killer is just kill. On Survivor, I have no clue what I'm doing. But hey, they got Walking Dead characters in there. Did I buy them? Yeah, I mean, like, regrettably, I still really like The Walking Dead. I saw somebody post, like, who is The Walking Dead collab for in this year? I guess just me and me alone. It's an IP I think I'll always have a soft spot for, even though I can completely acknowledge how it's been getting worse and worse the longer time goes on. I think I'm just always gonna love zombie media, man, because there's something about it that it's more like the psychology of humans than it is zombies, which I think is where it gets very interesting, right? Like, if somebody is bitten, do they show it off to the group? And there'll always be someone who doesn't show it off to the group. And then you go, that's such lazy writing. But then in reality, you think about it and you're like, well, if somebody was a very selfish person and being bitten means they would have to be killed or exiled, it makes sense to think that selfish people would then, for their own greater good, or sorry, for their own good, not for the greater good, say, actually, I got no clue what you're talking about. Oh, I was bitten? Wow, I didn't even know, they say, after knowing full well. But I don't know, I think that's why I've always liked zombie media, and like Walking Dead was one of the first zombie medias that exposed me to it existing, that and COD Zombies, so both of those will always have soft spots to me. COD Zombies doesn't really do as much with the psychology. It does more with Edward Richtofen yelling at the top of his lungs at the KO, at Nikolai, at Tank Dempsey. Took me a second to get there, but I remembered him. And what was Takeo's, wait, was he just Takeo? Because, fuck, wait, Tank Dempsey exists in my mind. Edward Richtofen exists in my mind. I can't remember Nikolai and Takeo's full names, which is crazy because Nikolai was my favorite. Why was he my favorite? Because he was the one who would like swear the most. And when I was a kid playing the game, I was like, you're allowed to swear in video games? Oh yeah, they broke the mold with this one. You're allowed to use words I haven't even learned yet? Oh yeah. To be honest, every other time he's been shooting it very different. Oh, fuck me. Alright, that's fine. I should probably try to cut his tip off. POV, you're at a bat mitzvah. Sorry, I'm just trying to steal the credit. You're fucking with me. Cepha whatever, Cephalos, whichever one is the little one, might have just honestly, like, how much did Glavinus pay you? Just tell me for real. Man, look at this cool Mr. Rat. Actually, quite the opposite. It's summertime. I'll say it, we need to stop global warming, and not for any reason like I care about the environment, but just because I care about not being hot ever again. If summer was disbanded as a time of year, I would be so fucking happy. Being sweaty is the most miserable existence in the human genome. And for some reason, we have a whole season just dedicated to it. And some people are like, no, it feels so good to sunbathe. I'm here to tell you, it doesn't. You just like skin cancer. And that's okay. You can just say that your skin cancer's #1 fan. But stop trying to sell it on me like I'm a fan of it. I'm not. I actively avoid it most times. Okay, well, if you're going to be here, I guess I'll just drink one of these and be on my way then. Okay, then look at this hot rat. You're goddamn right. You know what? Let's get a whole lot hotter. By which I mean, I gotta strip down. I forgot to strip down at the start of stream. I normally do it right before I hit go live, but this time I forgot to. By the way, when I say strip down, I just so you know, don't get too excited. The pants are still on, okay? Well, sorry, the shorts are still on. The pants are off. You might say, why are you wearing pants if it's summer? My air conditioning is working overtime, actually. Look, I said we gotta stop global warming. I didn't say I was gonna be any part of stopping global warming. I was more just hoping like everybody else in the corner could figure it out while I just keep existing in my air-conditioned household and domicile. You know, it kind of pisses me off when I see British people. Especially, mainly because it's not just resentment from 1776, I promise. Mainly because I saw a post from somebody who was complaining about the Britain summer. And they were like, what the fuck am I supposed to do when it's this hot out? In Fahrenheit, it was 79 degrees Fahrenheit. A warm day, arguably. Yeah, I would say it's on the warm side because it's almost 80 degrees Fahrenheit. If you call that hot, you need help. Like, I'm not even trying to be Mr. Gatekeep being hot or whatever. You need help if that is hot to you. If that is hot to you, whatever you do, do not venture outside of the United Kingdoms. You will melt. You will. And I'm saying it to protect you, honestly, because clearly you're not built for this world. So whatever they do, they gotta stay away from traveling. Small monster saved you again? Okay, saving is, I would honestly argue that they are setting me up for failure because now I'm stuck with water blight. I mean, it's dependent on things like humidity. Yep. That's why I've checked humidity indexed for Britain and for where I live. I'm on average more humid. So, because that's what I've heard. Britain's humidity is something that you don't want to mess with. I've got a higher humidity index on average and a higher temperature on average. Not to make it a competition, but this is, I live in a part of the US that people consider not to be too hot. So honestly, one Arizona day in the United Kingdom and everyone is dead. Everyone is dead. They wouldn't be able to last. Now, granted, Arizona is a dry heat. Arizona is not a very humid heat. And you might say, you say that like you know? Yeah, because I do, buddy. I've been all around the US. A little bit. A 30 degree here feels way hotter than... Well, yeah, that's why I accounted for humidity. Don't worry, I'm not just foolish. Unless the humidity index is also measured different in Britain, which maybe it is, right? Like if you're on average a more humid place, maybe your index, you scale it around a bit. I don't know. I thought it was like a global thing, but maybe that's where I'm ignorant. Maybe it is like a scalable per country. Every country has a different amount they consider 100% humidity depending on the environment they're within. But I just thought that it was likely that, you know, let's not jump directly into an explosion, Hamsters be like, because they always have the most, you know, whimsical ass death. Damn. And don't say me, by the way. I'm very clearly a rat. Speaking of, I got gifted a rat game that looks like a rat Vampire Survivors roguelike style game. We will be playing that on stream. We will. It has to happen. Dude, small monsters might be the worst. I do have to say it, right? Like, one of the best things to come out of the new gen Monster Hunters is just that small monsters don't do anything. Yes, the games are, I would say, on average easier. However, humidity will be measured the same anywhere. 100 is given the range between it correlates to water. Yeah, I didn't know if like a country where it's insanely dry, if they would just kind of like scalable change it to be, oh, well, actually, R100 is not when there's that much water, just because we never get higher than that. I thought that it would be the same for everywhere, but I don't know. I've noticed the US sometimes does things a little bit different than the rest of the world. Like somebody tells me how many meters something is, and I go, I'm sorry, could you put that in Quentin Tarantino's for me? And I am talking feet. So I didn't know if like maybe the US humidity index, somehow they fucked it up. I wouldn't be surprised. I do. Look, I've yielded it before. I will say it again. For as much credit as I will give the metric system for being a way better way to measure things. I do think Celsius is a worse way to measure than Fahrenheit for human temperatures. I'm sure that like there's a lot of benefits to Celsius in terms of scientific. Well, I guess there's also Kelvin, so I mean like maybe, I don't really know where, I just know I had to use in my chemistry class, we use Kelvins and Celsius instead of Fahrenheit. But in my opinion, Fahrenheit kind of feels like a measurement of up to 100, kind of how generally it feels. You know what I mean? 0 is very cold. 100 is very hot, and then it's just like a scalable slider between there. Celsius, I don't think makes as much sense. No. Yeah, metric system, completely. I mean, the rest of the world has the US beat 100%. But Fahrenheit does feel like a very human way to measure for me. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. I mean, it's currently thunderstorming really bad for me, so enjoy the stream while you can, and while I have power. And you might say, I'm sure your power won't go out. My power went out yesterday when there wasn't a storm. I clicked the B button, but unfortunately, like, I didn't click it down. I put my thumb on it, and then I just didn't press the button. That was a very explainable death, I would say. I wonder if there's a kind of term that people would use for an issue of skill that would happen there. Surely not. I think the internet's too nice for that. Well, would you look at that Derek Schwalman? What's the Schwalman? You expected to be saved again? They did not save me. Okay, this is slander I will not accept because I was going to perfect dodge them. I'm pretty good at that one's timer. Now, granted, in your experience, it might seem as though pretty good at the timer, brother, it just decked you. You gotta understand. Someone change the topic, please. It's the only thing we've got going. Wow, I really thought that put me closer to where he was. Whatever. We should take a cool drink, probably. Probably. And my total of 50 seconds of German serves me. Schwoll is sultry. Oh. I didn't take German. No, there was a German option at my high school, but like, no offense. I think German's not a very useful language, I would say. It's useful if you find yourself in Germany, but what I decided to learn instead was Spanish in my schooling days, and I think that was a better use of time. Now, I'm not fluent in Spanish at all, but I'm yet to find a sentence in Spanish that I can't discern the meaning from. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't hold a conversation because it takes me too long to mentally translate everything, because I still have to think in English, so I take the Spanish words, translate them to English, and that's how I understand it. But I'm not bad. I'm not bad. Okay, after looking it up, hold on. I need to see if I'm vindicated. Fahrenheit to Celsius for 0 to 100, I can agree that for measuring human perception of heat, it'd be like a percentage thing that makes some semblance of sense. Yes. No, I defer anything scientific. I think Fahrenheit is, or anything just remotely otherwise. Like the fact that the boiling point is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't really, or sorry, the freezing point, not boiling. Could you imagine? Is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. That does feel like a very arbitrary number. Damn. There's a major difference between schwoll and schwoll. Yeah, like I'm schwoll because I go to the gym. But the other one, I don't know. Technically, there should have been little dots above the U. Can I know what the difference is? Was one unless one's a slur, in which case I love my Twitch channel. If it must be schwoll is sultry, schwoll is gay. Wow, calling people gay in my chat. Using gay as an insult. There were, I mean, granted, you know, you didn't use it insultingly, but I still would like to make this bit. There were entire ads in the early 2000s about why you shouldn't say gay as an insult. I don't know if you guys ever had those ads or PSAs. It might have just been like a very US thing, probably. Kind of like the DARE program. But there were ads that was like, fuck, I can't remember. It was like, that's so Jennifer and Miranda or something. They were like, see how it doesn't feel nice when they use your name as an insult? don't use somebody's identity. And the reason I really like that one and it really stuck with me all these years is because gay isn't your name. Unless, of course, maybe those PSAs were made by someone named Gaylord and they were like, that's it. I'm getting tired of this. You motherfuckers have had it too good for too long. I'm changing something. Stop using it as an insult. You wouldn't like it, huh? Also, those ads did the opposite. Like, I was never a kid to use gay as an insult because, like, it's not even for the reason you might think. It's because it's just not a good insult. It can either mean homosexual or happy. So, I don't know which one was, like, insulting. You know what I mean? I guess the idea... I guess it was the early 2000s, the idea that anything could possibly be homosexual was insulting, but it's not, it's just like not a good zinger, man. It's like if you tried to insult someone and you were like, oh yeah? Well, you're a freaking geek, dude. You're a geek, man. A geek and a nerd. That's what you are. It just doesn't work. Yeah, don't people say it as something sucks too? Well, that's what like the colloquial insult version was used as, but I'm saying to me it feels like such a third grade insult. Like if someone's like, that's gay. I don't know, man. No offense. It just doesn't sound insulting to me. The word is too happy sounding of a word. You know what I mean? Like when... Another example is I'm pretty sure it was a slur for gay people, but I'm allowed to say it probably because I'm gay. Well, somewhat, half, like 50%. Is fairy? Calling someone a fairy? What are you, some fucking fairy? That's just not a good insult, my man. I'm sorry, you gotta work on it. Like, there are insulting things you can call people. It's just they weren't. I mean, some people named their kids Guy, so I can imagine if someone decided to name their kid Gay. That's an awesome. Me and my son, the Enolga Gay. Wasn't the F word the slur? Well, yeah. There's a more obvious F one, but like fairy was also used very interchangeably from my understanding. I don't know, that was a little before I think that was like a 70s one, maybe. Or it was just a British one. Maybe people still use fairy, it's just like very British oriented. Why do I say it has to be British oriented? When I just see, or when I hear an insult that doesn't sound very insulting to me, I'm like, that's gotta be a British thing. Just cause like, I don't have the civilization, or sorry, the context behind it to be insulted, the culture behind it, there we go. What's UK culture? Making tikka masala and saying it's an authentic British dish. I'm pretty sure that's the main one. Which it is an authentic British dish, okay? When they went and took over India for a bit, sorry, culturally exchanged with India for a bit, I think is what they want to go with now. They probably did learn how to make it. So that makes it theirs. Hold on. I think I missed some messages in chat. I can check that in a second. Just kind of brawling out with a large man. I miss you, know you. God, look at them flirt. God, who says Salted Slices stream is pointless, huh? People are literally matchmaking here. Okay, well, teleporting away and then smacking me in the face just feels a little uncalled for, wouldn't you agree? Fucking no, you wouldn't, man. You would just not agree with that, huh? Weird ass attack. We gotta get out of here. Oh, well, yeah, we're actually out of there. Okay, sick. What's good, Daimo Hermidar? Your attacks are slow. I can chill with you. Yeah. All right, let's get back in there. I'll be back. Hang on, I'm hungry. Well, this is what I was gonna read. You summon NB people by talking about LGBTQ themes, crawling out of the walls like a summoning portal opens up. I think that's how it works. Yeah. I'm gonna lurk here while I eat. Yeah, I think my conversations are pretty good for food, I'd hope. Anyways, guys, let's talk about people who have a fecal fetish. Oh, fuck, Eldon just showed up. Never mind. You smell? Well, that honestly kind of goes into what I was talking about. Dude, isn't that actually kind of crazy? Like, obviously, you know, it's just the easiest low-hanging fruit of all time. But isn't it insane that there are people out there like that? I mean, I was eating for the first 15 minutes of stream, so yeah, I'd agree with that. And not compensating? Wow. I mean, it's a fucked up world we live in. Twitch doesn't even pay me for this content. Isn't that crazy? It's because I'm not affiliate by choice. Yeah, but like, I feel like it takes away from my point if I say that. No, but it is insane to me that there are just people out there into everything. You know what I mean? Like, almost any object you could imagine, there's someone out there that's all they need. Which is absurd. I don't know. Like, I recently learned about it. Fucking salted slices fetish. Finally, man. It's about damn time. I've been waiting for someone to get it. Get a little salted slices fever. Oh shit, I forgot to read YouTube chat. How's the rat feeling today? I'd say good. I'd say good. All right, look, bro, it takes a little bit of time to get under your desk. Actually, and trust me, I know. You really can't suck me off under my desk because it's like a weird L-shaped desk with a lot of wires and bars underneath. There's just no room. Well, unless I was to sit back about 5 feet, but at that point, I don't think it counts as being under the desk. He's lying, it's possible. It's just not, actually, though. It's just not. It would be possible under your desk. But mine has weird-ass bars. You underestimate my flexibility? Yeah, but then, like, I don't think mine turns like that. You see that streamer that got his shit blown under his desk on stream? God forbid a streamer has a side gig. Man, I see how it is. The second a streamer starts getting his side gig going, we all have to team up on him. Guys, I don't know where I'm walking, by the way. I've just kind of been walking 500 miles, and I will walk 500 more. I don't remember the zones I've been to. I've been just walking on autopilot. No space under the desk. What was that about for everything there being affected? Yeah, that's true. I know the Russian contortionist at the circus is going, fuck yes! What do you mean side gig? Who gets paid to receive? Well, yeah, but like, you don't know. Maybe he's training for the Goon Olympics or something, you know? And so he needs someone sucking him constantly so that he can see if he's prepared. Where do I sign up? Well, or maybe, and this is based, by the way, because we accept all lines of work around here. Maybe he's just training the next generation of sex workers. You ever think about it that way? Yeah, now you look like the asshole. Everyone needs to start somewhere. Wait, you get the desk. I only got... Hold on. I only get the closet. It's okay. Most people are able to break out of that one. Worst case, I got a couple skeletons in there that you can use to keep yourself busy. So you'll be fine. That's what the point of it is anyways. Bro, speaking of sex workers, top 10 ways to start a sentence. That's how you should start an essay, honestly. That shit is a hook. And then just like, you know, you can backflip into talking about King Louis or some shit. All right, we've gone everywhere on the map except for areas 9, 8, and 4. You see the Your Rage stuff? Honestly, I feel like I've been off the internet a lot recently, which I think is only good for me. I don't think it's bad at all, but no, I've not seen any of the Your Rage stuff. I've heard the name before, but I don't know if they're somebody I've watched or could really put a face to. Why? What did they do? No, it's not a drama. He's been doing a content thing I've been binge watching. Okay. Like, you know, be careful, because I was about to say, does he just get a bunch of sex workers and put them on an island? But you shouldn't do that. Didn't work so well for Jeffrey. And you might say there was other extenuating circumstances around it. Yes. However, it still wasn't a good idea from the get-go. It's one of the most evil ideas of all time. I'm still balls 4. What rank have you reached? Yeah, dude, the autofill teammates in cocksucking are really horrible. Like, they hear blowjob and they pull out the hairdryer, man. They don't know what they're doing. That's why you can't use an autofill. You need a professional. All right, how many times can you possibly roar in a row? Basically, hold on. think I might have seen something. It has nothing to do with sex workers. Yeah, I understand why this started with speaking of sex workers now. I get it. We just wanted the hook. I get it. I get it. I'll read that in a second. Let me just like kill this thing dead. Should only be a couple more swings. A couple more paper cuts, if you will. I mean, how many more could he possibly take? Well, a lot. Hard to believe with the current topic. What? That your blowjob teammates will suck? No, it's true. I mean, you're lucky if they suck, I guess. Normally they blow. Which I get it, I get it. They're like, aha, this is the name. Doesn't work. Damn, man, flattened. Holy shit, POV, you're a pancake. We're chilling, we're chilling. I really thought that would give me a perfect dodge. I thought I would roll into it right. I honestly did not know he was attacking. I thought he was about to just dig to leave. All right, let's see what your attack is. Your big attack after that. We're behind you. He doesn't even know who we are. Hold on. You fucking whiffed, man. Well, you know, one good whiff, but gets another. God damn. This motherfucker is mobile. Never mind. He's dead, actually. I don't think he'll be moving very much anymore. I think going forward, he will stay exactly there. Maybe be a crater in the earth. Hit the Yamcha pose. Basically, right, his knees blown out as of recently. He needs caretakers, so he's been teaming up and, or he's been taking up-and-coming streamers, and he's been making them his caretakers. Dude, that's such an awesome idea, because streamers are notoriously thoughtful and very, very caring of people around them. So I think that's gonna go really well. Oh, make sure he takes his medicine once a day. Yeah, whatever, squad fam, what's good? Today, we're gonna be pushing this dude in a wheelchair down the stairs. But don't worry, it's just a prank. You know how it is. The first 3 streamers he recruited were so funny. Something about the verbiage of the Avengers to me. No, I mean, that does sound like good content. I feel like I would probably enjoy it. I just need more slop I can put on. I've been running a little slop list recently. I don't know why I think I got into Dead by Daylight. It's just because Dead by Daylight streamers will stream for 18 hours a day, go to sleep, and then wake up and do it all over again. So as long as I like Dead by Daylight at least a little bit, I've got entertainment. It used to be what I would do with League streamers, but like, I feel like League of Legends is such a toxic leech to your mental health no matter what, that even just watching it causes irreparable damage to the psyche. Also, while we're here, let's store that one. I guess we can look at what we can make with the Glavinus stuff, but don't get your hopes up, man. Take these out. Hold. Oh, yo, also the new Pokemon card set dropped. I've been doing my polls in there. Not much good, but I have been doing my polls. I've still been playing the game. The funniest part about it is just the fact that the new immersive card art was traced. Right now, their like big chase card just says art coming soon. Which is so funny. Like, obviously it's horrible that it was traced or whatever, but like, people are blaming the artist. The Pokemon company put out a statement that said we provided the artist with materials we should not have as reference. Which to me means they said, hey, make a card exactly like this. And the artist did exactly what they were asked. In fact, they were probably handed that art and told it was official art. And then they just made an extended version of it. So people are like, oh, they traced it. We don't know what the Pokemon company said. All I know from what they said is they said verbatim, we gave them materials we shouldn't have. Which to me means they're at least 50% responsible. DBD streamers will unironically do a 24-hour tier list. Yeah, but then by the end of it, you find out that like, oh, by the way, the way they were ranking each character is based off their in-pain grunt noises. This one's going in S, very loud, very noticeable. You kind of feel it when they go, oh. Okay, let's check the Kira Nico, see what kind of quest we got to do. Consulting the guide. The guide will not lead us astray. Hold on, sorry. They want me to transform my game night with Facebook gaming. I don't think I'm going to be doing that, but it's a nice offer. All right, the boiling, broiling desert. We got that one done. We don't even have to kill the Gormagala. Damn, that's actually insane. Just say get away from that guy. Well, water kerfuffle's up next. You might say, didn't you know it would be a Mizutune? Yeah, but I didn't know what order I'd have to do each of the monsters. We love to see a large water res. I don't know, probably just Defender, Hive, Feline. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Dude, the new season of Dead by Daylight is actually so unbelievably buggy. It's so funny. Because how do you have that happen, man? It seems like it happens every season to the game. How do you not know how to update your game at this point? You've been doing it's like 10 years old minimum, right? Dead by Daylight had to come out like 2015 based off the graphics alone. So, oh, cool. This one just lets you get right into the action. But like, how do you still not have a good system for updating? That's just got to be the first thing you roll out is making sure you can change your game. I guess, you know, with some of the bugs that are still in the game, it doesn't surprise me that they don't know how to do everything. Okay. Mizutune has always been a little bit of a mental block for me. Just because, like, he's a very flowy lad. And you might say, yeah, men can wear pink. Get over it. It's 2025. But yeah, all of his attacks just feel disjointed to me. They obviously aren't. I'm just saying that, like, where he starts an attack and where he finishes an attack, he's such a flowy monster. It's obviously by design, but because of that, he's a very big mental block for me. Children in elementary school playing with their favorite toys. He does look sick as hell, though. This is actually a really cool area to fight him. I like it a lot. Like, specifically this part of the map. None of the other parts of the map do I think he'll be really fun to fight, but just imagining how the rest of it. When did they even introduce Mizu? Because he feels like a later gen monster design to me. Just because he's complicated, and all of the early game designs, to me, kind of feel like you can just see the skeleton of the monster in their designs. All right, man fails a roll 77 times, but so did Mizutune. Call that even. I might have failed 6 rolls, but he failed 1. Who's the real winner? And then we'll get a little bit of damage on that tail. Emphasis on a little. It's a game of inches, okay? You can't expect me to take a mile in this game of inches. Wow, okay. That's an attack he's always had. That's just one that I never dodge. Well, surely he won't just bounce back here and kill me. I'm setting myself up to get ledged. And yet I'm still here. Fuck, man, he took my spot. He's got the it's over Anakin on me. Star Wars prequels gotta be some of the most overhated movies of all time. I'm not saying that they're insanely good movies. I'm saying that neither are the original 3. And by Star Wars standards, I think they're perfectly fine movies. I think it's becoming the common consensus. But like when I was a kid, I liked the prequels more than I like the original Star Wars movies. Why? Because to me, watching Star Wars at the time I did, aka not as it came out, I had episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I really liked the first 3, and I didn't really care for the latter 3 that much. Also, Yoda looked weird. Now, do I know now why that was? Yeah, of course. The movie was made, you know, when color picture was becoming a thing. No, but like, I get why I don't like the originals as much, but I just don't understand Star Wars fans, man. Why do they put the originals on such a pedestal? They're just not... They're good, but they're not insanely good. And the way people describe them, I mean, you'd think the original Star Wars movies changed everything. I really don't think that they did. Even looking back, I don't really see how much they changed. Hey, that roar was weak. Poor guy had a flaccid roar. Hey, it happens to the best of us. That's why we have today's sponsor, Blue Chew. All right. Gonna take him for a ride real quick. I don't like when they start by raging, mainly because I'm bad at stopping it. And I like when they make it easy for me. Dude, when we have to fight Valstrix in G rank, how am I gonna do it? I just feel like I'm not going to. Like, that might be where I stop. That might be where I have to cap out and say, all right, that's it for me. I know. Some people go, holy shit, the return of variety. Little do you know, bro, I just don't have a consistent stream schedule while my job goes insane. And it turns out a lot of the clients at my job, you know, service industry people, they've got a lot of stuff they want to do during the summer. So I kind of don't get much of a break. But hey, the fall and winter seasons go insane for me. You know, I'm starting to think if you work in a tech field, you might have to do some overtime and like crunch time from time to time. I might be the first person ever to notice this, but what can I say? You come here for biting edge commentary that nobody else has ever said before. Saying the things that other people are too afraid to say. Dude, it might be one of the worst selling points of all time. I've seen a couple people say stuff like, I'm not afraid to say anything on my channel. And I'm like, okay, but like, nobody's afraid of saying anything. It's just that people don't say certain things because they don't want to. It's not like I fear the power of the word. It's that I don't, of any word, I suppose. It's that I just wouldn't use it. You know what I mean? Or, I guess more accurately, you just kind of say what you want to say and let the words fall out. If you under... What the fuck are they? What the fuck happened? What? Am I insane? Mizutsune did a little trick, did a little disappearing act. Holy shit, Invisible Woman collab? Disappear! Man, I have not played Marvel Rivals in a schminute. When am I gonna play Marvel Rivals? When they kill every flyer in the game and make the tank roll fun again. When they do that, I'm ready to play. Before they do that, you know, I'll just keep staying on my break. My extended hiatus. The second I'm allowed to just enjoy the game and not fight flyers every time, all right, welcome in. And then some people will be like, just learn to counterplay it. Dude, tanks just like don't have counterplay. And I know they made the thing have counterplay, but all they did was make him a better version of the Hulk because you don't have to aim your jump to the flyers to get them. So like, I don't really consider that counterplay. I consider it nerfing another one of my favorite tanks by making Hulk useless. Don't get me wrong, I love the thing. The thing's a funny guy, right? He's Benjamin J. Grimm himself. That's a funny little man. But unfortunately, I was worried that Hulk and Thing were going to share a very similar space with each other. But Thing was being a more grounded version of the Hulk, while Hulk was able to deal with people in the air and do all that kind of stuff. By taking away the identity, or sorry, by adding the identity of the Hulk to the Thing, you take away the identity of the Hulk and don't give him anything that correlates to that. So you just kind of like make one of my favorite characters not able to be played. And then you ask me in earnest, hey, do you want to play a game where your role is here to get shit on over and over? And the answer is no. It's the reason I haven't gone back to Overwatch. I don't want to just play tank where I'm nothing but the punching bag of everyone else. I want to be judged by my own merits, right? Like the tanking in Overwatch is a measure in how much do you like getting hit by Ana's anti-heal nade into Kiriko's Suzu. And the answer is I just don't enjoy it. It seems like no team shooter can do the tank roll justice, unfortunately. And I'm not even saying they have to be broken, right? Because there have been times where tank is too broken in Overwatch. And it's not fun either. I just want to be able to do something and have that something feel important. I don't need tanks to be a better DPS. I just need them to have a space. And I'm sure tanks have a space in Rivals. It's just not a fun space right now. Like, I'm sure if your team doesn't have a tank, you probably lose because you can't make any space. But it's kind of a boring role right now. Like, when Magneto's one of the best tanks in the game, it tells me all I need to know. Because it just means tanks are supposed to sit there, hold up their shield, bubble people, and play a little slow and just not really do much. They just kind of stand there and be reactive. As it turns out, Mizutsune can absolutely fucking leap, dude. Oh my god. Oh my god. Imagine being a family of 4 looking up and seeing that coming your way. You're done. You don't stand a chance. I'm sorry. The game was rigged from the start. All right. Off we go yet again. Oh, I should probably, after this, remind me to do my cat stuff. And I'm not trying to be on that Shane Dawson grind set. I mean, like, the reset everybody on expeditions, reset, yeah. Does Shane Dawson still have a career, or is he over? I don't know. I kind of stopped watching him once he started doing all those conspiracy theories, but only because they were the lamest conspiracy theories of all time. Conspiracy theories can be fun to listen to, right? Like, I don't really prescribe to any myself. Not genuinely, as far as I know. Just kidding, vaccines are evil. The earth, we all know that shit's flat. No, but I don't really prescribe to any conspiracy theories. But Shane Dawson was over here, like, I remember when the internet was going crazy over the Chuck E. Cheese theory. And the theory was just that Chuck E. Cheese cuts slices of pizza from different pizzas and puts them on one pizza. Even if that was the case, was Shane Dawson as an adult going to Chuck E. Cheese a lot? Like, was he ordering the Chuck E. Cheese pizza to go constantly? And if so, I can understand why that would affect him so much. But it's supposed to be like a junk food pizza for kids. And I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So, like, saying it might not be the highest quality, I don't know if that counts as a conspiracy theory. I know that the theory is, well, what if it's pizza that's sent back and then they give it to you? But, like, even if that was the case, I don't know. I feel like there'd be a lawsuit then. There wasn't one, which clearly the number of people out there who look at corporations and any kind of practice they do like that and go, oh, hell yeah, this is my payday. If that was happening, somebody would already sued for them reusing the pizza. So I really just don't think that there was any possible theory that you as a grown adult should be getting upset over Chuck E. Cheese for. But apparently it blew up. So I guess, I mean, Shane Dawson was onto something I wasn't. Chuck E. Cheese, as it was. And you might say, of course, I have a vested interest in protecting Chucky. Look at you. Look, I'm just saying, I hate to see an honest rat getting torn down. Was Chuck E. Cheese a mouse or a rat? I figured he was always a rat because Mickey Mouse was a mouse, and I didn't think they'd want to try and compete in that space with Disney. But I don't really know. I know that he did a Fall Guys stream one time where he said poggers. I know that. It might be my favorite piece of Chuck E. Cheese lore, honestly. Mainly because whoever they had reading the script for the Chuck E. Cheese guy, or like doing the reactions of the live stream, he clearly had no clue what poggers was, because he just said it when he was like on a loading screen doing nothing. And little did he know what the poggers guy would later say about the insurrection in the United States. I actually don't even remember what he said. I just remember that they had to kill PogChamp because of it. Isn't that fun? Like, honestly, I don't really know anything about the guy other than they had to remove PogChamp. So it must have been pretty heinous. Maybe he was just at the insurrection at the Capitol, like Jimmy Pesto from Bob's Burgers. That was another one where a bunch of people are like, I can't believe he'd be at the Capitol. But, like, that's just in character, I think, for Jimmy Pesto. I think that was just, like, a good exercise in casting somebody who fits the role. Should they have recast him for it? I don't know. The new guy's voice sounds exactly the same, but also I haven't watched an episode of Bob's Burgers in, I don't know. I still lived with my parents the last time I saw one, so it's been a schminute for me. Seen some people say the new seasons are getting worse, but yeah, man, that's what happens if a show goes on for this long. Unfortunately, shows just aren't built to last forever. Well, found the Mizutsune tail again. Where did he jump? Gesture wave again just to find out where this guy is. Nope. All right. Well, you know, you gotta try it every now and then. But yeah, I don't think, like, does any show really survive the test of time? I don't think so. I think everything just gets worse as time goes on. And it makes sense. After you've told every story you have to tell, there's nothing left. Like, look at One Piece. Sorry. I know a lot of people are still very big fans of current One Piece. Am I a huge fan of it? I'm a huge fan of the fact that I've grown attached to the characters. So I will continue to watch it for the characters, if nothing else. I mean, me and Mizutsune, our cycles are just not synced right now. I'm going to find this Mizutsune and he's going to be full health again. I guess while we're just walking, we'll drink one potion. I mean, he should be near the water, right? So I'll go check Area 10 again. Maybe he's just chilling on the island now. I don't know. It's rough because since he can just jump anywhere, I've got no clue where he could be. But I'm feeling good about Area 10 again. This is where we first met each other. Did he just, like, actually leave the game? Did my man rage quit the server? Saw how this was going and said, oh, hell no, I gotta get out of here. I'm getting folded. He was, so I wouldn't blame him, but I would be slightly upset that I don't have a monster to hunt. Go over to Area 7 after this. Okay, not in Area 9. Got it, diff area. Been seeing that one a lot. Area 7. This is probably the best part of old Monster Hunter games. When people say they miss the old games, this is what they... We meet at last. Cinematic-ass entrance. Right, there we go. He's still got his long nails. We could give those a little clipping. Maybe. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's up to me, really. Yeah, dude, it sucks, though, because, like, since I've been more off the internet, I really don't feel like I have as many bits, you know what I mean? Because I just haven't been seeing what people have been talking about. I don't even know what any of the trends are. That's why I just need other people in chat to tell me what they are. I know, obviously, like, some stuff you can't escape, right? Dread it, run from it, Labubus arrive, all the same. Those ones just exist. Did you get paralyzed there? It sure did. All right, look, timeout. It was bound to happen. Yoink. I'll show you some bits. All right. But you know, because like normally it's just so easy to talk about people who are rage baiting on TikTok and then act as though it's serious. It's one of my favorite genres. And also if you're like, how can you tell if somebody's rage baiting on TikTok? It's very easy. They are. It's the only kind of explanation you really need to have is just understand that most people on social media only care about engagement, so they are saying needlessly flammable things in order, or sorry, inflammatory things. The things they're saying are not bursting into fire, actually. Needlessly inflammatory things to try and get a reaction out of you. So if you ever react to it and go, what the fuck, I can't believe somebody does this, it's because they don't. Right? Like when you see a video of somebody who goes, I can't have my milk until I pour my motor oil over it. They're not... Sorry, I can't have my cereal until I pour my motor oil on it. They're not actually eating cereal like that, right? They're not adding asbestos to anything they're eating for health reasons. They're adding it and then cutting the camera so that you think that they're adding asbestos to stuff. And you'll send it to someone and go, can you believe that this lady's still alive after adding asbestos to all of her food? She's not. She's not adding asbestos. She is alive. Sorry. She's adding it to the camera to show you, and you, as the dumb baby idiot, are eating it up. And people go, nobody would fall for rage bait that's that obvious, right? But then you look at a video from around 2 years ago of this one woman who was saying, I cut out the bottom of all my shoes so I can be barefoot in public still, while looking like I have shoes on. And she cuts out the bottoms of one pair of shoes and is never shown walking outside with them. Guys, she just destroyed one pair of shoes for clicks. That's how it works. She doesn't actually do this. That's obvious. You want to know how you know it's obvious? Because she probably lives in like San Francisco, and if she was walking around barefoot in San Francisco, she would have so many new diseases from the shared needle she's accidentally injecting. So that's how you know that that's not true. It's obviously not true. So that's why I'm like, it's very fun to make fun of it, but it's also, you just gotta understand that it's also not real. What you're seeing online isn't real. That's why when people say, oh, I'm gonna fall for AI so hard, it's insane, because I can't imagine a world where you see things online and your immediate first thought is, this is real. Like the people who fell for that one, this is one I did see, the AI bunnies on a trampoline. It was a cute video, but like it was obviously AI generated. Two of the bunnies merged into one. And then people in the comments were like, oh, I'm gonna fall for so much. I thought this was real. I don't think that anybody thinks it's real. Like, that also feels like rage bait to me. And some people are like, I sent it to somebody and I thought it was real. I don't think they thought it was real. I think they wanted it to be real, and I think there's a difference. Because you weren't critically thinking, is this real or not? You were just probably doom scrolling and saw something pretty cute and sent it to someone. You didn't think it was real. You just didn't think. There's a subtle difference, but a difference. I'm getting tired of people giving AI so much credit. They're like, it's getting better and better. No, man. Two bunnies fusion danced on that trampoline. It's not getting better. It will eventually, but stop trying to accelerate its path. Wow, I totally believe this. It's the most low resolution trail cam ass footage that has things merging together, and you believed it? No, you didn't. You just didn't think. If you believe that, you need help. You're on your phone way too much to the point where now you just don't think about anything that shows up on it. I get it. I doom scroll from time to time, but when I'm doom scrolling, I'm not thinking, is this real? I'm using mindless colors to entertain myself and not committing anything I see to memory. I'm jingling the keys in front of me. And then I follow that up by some 12 hours of gooning for stimulation so that I can like regrow my brain. My brain was rotted from the TikTok content. Some good old-fashioned gooning ought to really bring that one back. It's the only way to reclaim what was once lost. I feel like you're close to dead. Why do I feel that way? I just want them dead, honestly. I think I talked about it on my last stream. Dude, the one announcement they did for Dead by Daylight with the new game that popped up, Kill Yourselves, that's such an awesome way to announce a game. And I'm hoping we see more usage of the Kill Yourselves online. That's gotta be a giveaway, because Steam approved it. It's fine. Allegedly. I mean, Steam's taking off games for less now. Like, they took off some femboy dating game that didn't even have porn in it because it was femboy related. 1984 is upon us, and they started with the femboys, man. It's fucked up. It's a horrible world in which we live. UK can't even look at anything anymore without their driver's license. Somebody said someone got sent to Guantanamo Bay. You in the UK go, oh, I've never heard of that. Allow me to educate myself. You look up Guantanamo Bay and they go, show us your ID to prove that you're even allowed to learn about this one, buddy. Oh, we're gonna run out of juice. Yeah, no juice. Juiceless. All right, that's fine. Basically fine, but it was fine. Now, we did clip off both toenails. Woo. Okay, yeah, big dodges, big dodges. Huge song played for us. Feeling very inspired by the song I just heard. All right, good movement. Superior intellect on how the Mizutsune moves. Inferior intellect. We're chilling now. We're chilling now. Taking notes? Yeah. Take notes on the proper gooning technique. Two hands around the shaft. Maybe that's just a me issue, but that's what I need. There's no shot anybody actually has to do that, right? Like, just, I meant for, like, sheer girth, by the way. For length, I could see it happening. But, like, there's no shot anybody's out there double gripping the tree trunk. Yeah, I guess I haven't done enough research to figure it out yet. Do you think there's a Guinness World Record for that? For, like, biggest girth? Probably pretty easy to take, though, right? Because I imagine not many people are submitting for it. Like, I guess what I'm saying is, whoever probably holds the record, holds it without the rest of us knowing. Woo! Oh my god. Was dangerous. One. He normally does a second. Okay, well, you know. We all have off days. He did eventually do a second. It just took him a bit. Enraged again? Is this all G rank is? You just get mad more? What, you just get anger issues and call that G rank? Congrats, man. Half the Marvel Rivals player base has you beat. And at this point, that's like 6 people. Sorry, I stopped playing a game, so now I have to make fun of it. I didn't totally stop. I'll probably go back. Honestly, you want to know what's really driving me away? Like, I know I was talking about the tank stuff earlier. No, the number one thing that pisses me off is they released Phoenix, and now they're releasing Blade. And you might say, what's wrong with that? These are 2 duelists in one season when they expressly said that their goal is to do 1 strategist, 1 tank into 1 DPS and keep that kind of cycle up. Or sorry, 1 strategist, 1, I guess they did do Emma and Ultron, so they went for a double DPS season. But honestly, it just feels like shit to add 2 DPSs in a row. 2 of the same row or role in a row, I don't think should ever happen. Regardless of what role it is, because I think it just kind of like alienates some of the player base. If you're a tank player, you haven't had a new character since Emma Frost. And that new character kind of like broke your role to the point where she was the only one you could play. And now they've nerfed her back in line, but without giving buffs to any of the other tanks. So you just kind of have to sit there and go, get fucked. You're going to sit there and say, fear Magneto? That I haven't been watching. Maybe they did buff some of the other tanks. But it's just kind of like, I don't know. Doing 2 of the same row in a row, or role in a row for your 3rd season of the game seems insane to me. But hey, they've got the market data. Oh, wouldn't it have been so sick? What now? Come on, play that victory song. Come on and play that song. Woo! Get that song that makes me go all night long. The one that makes me think of you. Weave. Okay, weave directly into it. Weaving into oncoming traffic, I suppose. The biker special. No, come on, man. I know a quick way to skip all this traffic. Gets hit by a fucking car. It's kinda, look, I get that if you are riding a motorcycle, you have a smaller hitbox, so therefore you think you can just like ignore all of traffic. It's the only time I'm really hoping that a cop is going to stop someone is when I see someone on a bike riding like that, or like lane weaving or something like that. Because like, it's just such a stupid idea for such a dumb way to throw away your life. Because at the same exact time, you're lane weaving with the acknowledgement in your mind. Oh man, my bike is so much smaller than all these cars. So if your bike is so much smaller than all these cars, what do you think happens if one of them hits you, huh? Well, you're on that thing that's smaller than all of them. So that lane weaving kind of pisses me off whenever I see anybody do it. Because what, you're gonna go home, or sorry, you're not gonna go home and now your kid's not gonna have a parent because you decided you have to weave between 2 lanes of traffic. That shit pisses me off. That kind of reckless ignorance in driving really upsets me. Because driving is inherently a very scary thing, I think. It's been very normalized to us to the point where it doesn't feel scary anymore for a lot of people. But you're in metal boxes that can collide and just kill you. And this is the way people choose to go between things. That's crazy. That's an insane evolution. You show it to somebody riding a horse, and I bet their first reaction is going to be, I'm gonna stick with the horse and the carriage, honestly. My horse-drawn carriage, I'm able to hold more stuff in the back, so I'm gonna stick with this one. As in, how are you? No, I'm good. I think. Feels very therapeutic when it gets restated like that. Feels very much like I've got someone watching. I think I'm fine. I don't know, unless you have other information that could dissuade me from that opinion. But as far as I know, I'm doing okay. I mean, we finished 2 hunts in an hour and 15 minutes. Yo, G rank is long. You know, it kind of reminds me of something else in that regard. Forget it. You wouldn't know. All right, we got a rusted shard. Surely this will be something good. Praise it. A gun lance. Just in time. Love to see, I don't know, maybe like a worn switch axe. I feel like even though there was a 26-minute hunt, at least 5 minutes of it was me walking around not doing anything. Hold on, the child has news for me. Items. We can get F-Fusion material heads. I don't know what this is used for. Material used to combine the form of one Palico head armor with the function of another. One head armor with the function of another. Oh, is this how you layer armor? Used to combine the form of one head armor with the function of another. Why do I only have head, though? How do I give somebody something that's not head? A ticket awarded to one who has challenged D-rank quests. If you give it to the smithy... See? If anybody's ever complaining about privilege in society, just let them know it only costs 6 wyvern coins from this girl. You can buy as much as you want. I mean... fitting that you need money to buy privilege, but at least it's just coins. It's like little arcade tokens or something. Those are just like not good. So if I go to the Fond Farewell, wherever that is, the Fond Farewell right here, it would need Hyper Fluid and Hyper Claws. Where do I get these? How do I get hyper stuff? Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Hyper Fluid MH4U. Hyper Fluid. Hyper Fluid, a strange liquid from a hyper monster. It's darker and stronger than normal. From Hub 6-star quests or Hub 1-star DLC. Okay. So what did how did I miss hyper monsters entirely? Hold on, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go chill with a little hyper monster. It should be way easier than the G rank ones because it's just a Hub 6-star. So high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Watch your step, Tigrix. Okay, sure. Is it just like at the end? Ignactor, Izutsune. None of these. Oh. Well, this one's a water type, so I'd imagine it's this one that we have to do. And we're going to the steppe, my favorite map. It does give me a little bit of nostalgia for Monster Hunter 4. Does this game have... This is like a complete non sequitur, but surprise, surprise, we do that oft on this channel. Does this game have the Phoenix Wright collab? I think it does, right? Yeah, let's just do the Feline Heroic, sure. Why not? What a powerful flavor. I agree entirely. So I've been told the hyper monsters are what make boys men. Which is crazy because I thought that was the band that was singing about a guy who was 6'4" and full of muscles. Wonder what they meant by that one. Wonder what was on their mind with that. We only have one of our max potions. We'll get over it. That's all we need. All right, stop the watcha. Yep. That's what most of my watches did when I was a kid. It's actually, I used to be a really big watch kid, and you might say, what happened? Why don't I like them anymore? So I still like watches. I'm sooner to wear a watch than I am a ring or a bracelet, right? Just because I don't really understand the point of a bracelet compared to a watch. Why would I want just like a bangle around my wrist when I could have a bangle that tells the time and like looks generally cooler? Because you're able to put something sick on the face of it. Watches are too restrictive. I gotta disagree. Also, this guy is juicing out of his mind. What the fuck is this? This is creepypasta catch-a-watcha. Is this how hyper monsters look? Hold on, first attack. Okay, doesn't look that different from a normal attack. Second attack. Oh, yep, I've seen that one before. Third attack. Okay, yep. All right, so he's just got a lot of attacks I've seen before. Am I supposed to hit him on that purple part, do you think? Don't know. Weave? I don't know. I really don't think watches are restrictive. So yeah, I've always been more of a watch guy than anything else. I'm also not much of a necklace guy. Also, I'm sorry. I know it's technically like to refer to a type of it. Whenever I see people talking about like chains, and they're like, look at this new chain I just got. I'm like, I understand that you would feel not masculine if you called it a necklace, but you are wearing a necklace. I understand, like, I get that this is to protect your fragile masculinity, but I promise you, you're wearing a necklace. I don't care if it's a metallic chain necklace, that counts as a necklace, man. Now, you can still call it a chain if you want, but you shouldn't ever get upset if someone calls it a necklace, because that's what you're wearing. And I've seen a lot of people get very defensive about it, like, no, it's a chain. It's not real, it's a necklace, man. I'm sorry. I don't want to be the one to bring it. It'd be like if somebody was wearing gauges and got upset that somebody called them earrings, right? Like, I think that one, you're technically right, they're slightly different. But I think when people say earrings, they colloquially just kind of like mean your ear accessories. Because not every earring is a ring shape. It's just kind of like where the word derived from, you know what I mean? I think it'd be fine to call it an earring because it's close enough. And it's how people understand it, you know? Also, yeah, this monster's sick as hell. I like him a lot. He's from Monster Hunter 4. I don't know if he's been in a game after... This might be his last appearance. Yeah, no, he might have been in Rise. He might have been in Rise. I don't know. I didn't play as much Rise, so my Rise monster knowledge is a little bit stunted. But yeah, watches were always what I kind of gravitated towards. Now, when I was a kid, though, I don't know. I just had very cheap watches. Very often, one of two parts would break for me. Either like its hand would, I mean, this one might have just been battery and I didn't know that at the time because I was a dumb idiot kid. It's either it would stop telling time or its band would break, and if its band broke, it might as well have been dead to me. I was not going to go buy a replacement band to put on. Obviously, they were cheaper watches. I don't think anybody is buying their kid a Rolex unironically, so... I will, you know... I don't like overly showy watches, though. I feel like they're just a wealth symbol more than they are for love of the watch. So I'd always prefer a fun and or cool and or creative watch to just this one's got sapphires embedded in it right next to the diamonds. Isn't that sick? Because it's just not. Be around, man. Goodbye, Moon Man. I think he'd be a sick monster in Wilds. I mean, the only issue is every single monster in this game would look really good in the forest area in Wilds and in almost no other areas. But I think that's more of a testament to the fact that the forest area is so well designed and the rest of Wilds environments are just not that well designed in comparison. I like Oil Well Basin. I like the snow area. But they wouldn't make sense to have many monsters that don't already fit the aesthetic there. You know what I mean? And then there's no area like the Coral Highlands in Wild. Yeah. There just isn't. The Coral Highlands in World is one of the coolest areas we've had in a Monster Hunter game, and Wilds just never matches that spectacle. Unfortunately. I think, at least. The Scarlet Forest is the closest, though. The Scarlet Forest is really pretty. Itch. Alright, get back in there. Show him what for. Yep. Dude, it seems like if you hit him in his purple spot, the area change animation is so ridiculous. My favorite one was the one we just saw of Mizutsune jumping to the skybox and just fucking chilling up there. I like that one a lot. Now we're looking for his Hyper Fluidious Sack. So if any of you guys see his Hyper Sack, let me know. It's like a little Dora the Explorer episode. I mean, I guess I should be looking for any drops that he has, any little twinklies on the ground. Any little twinks for as long as they're still twinks. That's the fucked up part about if you're a twink enjoyer, they have a shelf life, man. I don't think, is there such thing as a 50-year-old twink? I don't think so. I'm saying this with full respect. I just really think that they have an age they cap out at. It's like a temporary buff. I don't know if I would necessarily classify it as a nerf afterwards. But I just feel like I don't think a twink, in my opinion, won't be able to transition into like a silver fox or like or is it a gray fox? You know what I'm talking about. I don't think they transition as well. They've got to start muscling up if they want to transition into that. But then that just means they have to lose the twink status still. And I know it's because, like, they're different heal types. But that's kind of your only chance if you're growing old as a twink. I guess the other option, you know, ride it out while you can. Ride out being a twink while you can and then just turn straight. Enjoy it for a while it lasts and then just go, all right, fuck it. We're locking into something else now. I'm changing classes, respec. There they go. That's probably them going to their nest to sleep up. It looked like they were already limping. This monster has not been hard at all, unfortunately for them. I drank 2 potions and 1 mega. Not good for you. That two-shot at me. Man, why is it always a Remobra? At every single party you go to, there will be a Remobra just there to ruin the vibe. And you know it's true. Alright, he could be here. Oh. Well, that's easy. Hopefully he shoots at us instead of running over. Well, you know, I didn't really see the bridge falling, I guess. That's just such a stupid joke. But it's all I thought of for when I saw something collapse. Do you guys think there was someone out there who's like a big fan of Lord of the Rings? Who, like, when he heard what happened in 2001 went, wait, the 2 towers fell? I don't remember that from... No way, you think they would have covered that in the book? No shot. It's just like a very life-changing moment for him. Alright, well, you know, bad day to be a catch-a-watcha. How do you think they do that part in Wilds, where he kind of clings on to stuff? Well, I'm just letting out a trance slash. If you get hit by it, your fault. Don't walk forward. Ooh. That's a rough one, man. That's a rough one. I warned him, too. You can't say that I didn't have a fair warning. I put out a caution wet floor sign. It is not my fault he wanted to skate and tap dance on it. All right. This poor guy. I don't even understand what the hyper stuff's doing. It could just be an animation thing, but it just kind of weirds me out that it's on his tail, too. Like, if it was on his face, I'd be like, oh, it's kind of like a mini frenzy. You ran all the way over there just to fucking beef with my Palico? What kind of generational hatred is that, man? The fuck Oats do to anybody? All he does is heal me sometimes, and it's not even that often. In fact, I think Oats is the one who doesn't really do much. No, wait, Oats places traps. Never mind, he's right for that one. That was good target selection. Granted, you have to kill them unlimited times. You only have to kill me 3 times. Oats and Garfunkel do just come back. Also shortened to Goats. But no, they'll come back no matter what. All right, that's that. I do love this part of the old game. We just get to sit around for a little bit. Maybe flaunt a bit. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. Play a little Chainsaw Man opening. Get a little kickback going on. Wasn't there a movie that came out for Chainsaw Man, or am I imagining things? I feel like it did. I didn't see the movie, but I remember hearing murmurs of it. I didn't hear much about it, which I feel like I would have heard more. Well, no, because if you don't go into circles where anime people discuss anime things, you're probably not going to hear much about it. And I don't anymore. In high school, oh man, I was fiending reddit.com/r/anime memes. Sitting there, laugh. Oh yeah, that's an update from me, brother. It was a dark time. Okay, we can all move on and become better people. Hyper Extract, Hyper Hunter 1, Ketchup Parts, Hyper Fluid, Hyper Claw, Hyper Claw. Love to see that. That's a lot of fluid and claws. Exactly what I'm looking for. Send that one straight to the box. It will never get used. We did do some melding that I should go check out too. I always forget that that's a thing you can do. So, get closer to our fond farewell upgrade, if I'm not wrong. If I'm not mistaken, and I very rarely am. That's not true. I would say it's about every other sentence. But, The nice part is if you speak with enough confidence and just move past every time you're wrong, you too can fool anyone into thinking you're smart. We got 1 hyperfluid and 0 hyperclaw. Oh, because it needs hyperclaw pluses. Now, where would a man get a hyperclaw plus? Hyperclaw plus. Hyperclaw. Yeah, that's just not what I'm looking for. Though I'm looking for a hyperclaw plus. Hyperclaw plus comes from 7-star, including Hub 1-star DLC Absolute Power. Hub's DLC Devil May Cry the Celtis Queen. I'm down to go do a Devil May Cry one, sure. I didn't know they did a Devil May Cry class. I guess it makes sense. Devil May Cry is Capcom last I checked. Hold on, I've gotten a message asking if I'm going to be gaming tonight. A great question. I don't know. One of those questions unanswerable by modern men. Men used to go to wars. Now they like love people or whatever. Now they start loving families. This generation's so soft. Back in my day, you got PTSD and then like had a mental breakdown every 4th of July from hearing the shots. And you liked it. King Talisman, Legend Talisman, Dragon, King, Dragon. I mean, dragging these nuts across. Am I right or am I right? Just throwing all these. I think you're just supposed to do Juju melding. And like, honestly, anything that doesn't have 3 slots is just gone. So why did I save one with 2 slots? Gone now. I know some of these are probably okay, but like, I don't know. I just don't feel like sorting through all those. I've got a exclamation point in every part of the map, probably because you have something for me. You got special permits for me. Thanks. Oh my god. Oh my god, it might be this. Oh my god. Can he please go a little bit faster, man? God, look at all these. Thunder Lords. We got Bolt Reaver, Soul Seer, Rust Razor. I'm not doing any of them, by the way. Why? I just don't know how they work. And things I don't know scare me. Plus, I'm feeling a little sick / congested. I don't know what's going on. You want to know what it is? I'm so stupid for streaming during a thunderstorm. Humidity gets to me extra hard. I don't know what. Maybe I'm like built to be a sailor. Maybe that's like what my genetic code is designed for. Because whenever there is a storm, I get like headaches and a stuffed nose right before it happens and during it. It's like my body knows and reacts to storms very easily. And I wasn't even outside. I didn't even smell the storm. But I knew it was going to rain today because I woke up with a little bit of a headache. And every time that happens, it rains. I guess headache might not be the exact same way to phrase it, but you understand kind of where I'm coming from with it. I think it paints a decent picture. So maybe I do end. I don't know. We'll see. I think I was looking for, was I looking for 6-star ones? No, I was looking for 7-star. Did it say, oh, it said Grim Tidings. I don't know why I read it as a girl boss. I think that's what I wanted to be. Elatrion, Ukala. Okay, so we've done all of these. We haven't done a Kushala Deora at all. I'm just not exactly excited doing either. We haven't done a silver or gold Rathalos either. Or Rathian. Where are the hyper monsters at, though? Where are the beautiful hyper women at? Did I just not get them? Are they not 7-star? I want a hyper claw pluses. Hub 7-star. Yep, that's where I'm at. Well, luckily, there's another way you can do it, which I think is special. It's not special permit. It's event quests. We're looking for Devil May Cry, the Celtis Queen. Yeah, there it is. This is the one we're looking for. Hey, can you hear that? One of the monsters fled that way. Well, I guess it's not really much of a monster. More of a bug, actually. Anyway, if you can take care of it for me, I'll make sure to make it worth your while. Dude, I can't believe they put in a DLC. Can't believe they put in a DLC where Dante from Devil May Cry sucks you off. That's awesome. What did I do wrong? Why am I not allowed to play it? Let me read the fail message again. Oh, wait, these are the G rank quests. High event. Devil May Cry, the Queens. Yes. The quest data may be incorrect or out of date. Please try re-downloading the newest data from the downloadable content area. God forbid you tell me where that is, obviously. Otherwise, it would just be unfair if I knew what I was looking for. It's not the flight cadet. I'm looking for... Maybe it is the flight cadet here? Okay, now boarding all. No, because that's just board airship. That's not what I'm looking for at all. I think I'm looking for, maybe he's out here. I'm looking for the courier, I believe. Oh yeah, he's right there. Not at all. Where do you check DLC? Is it here? No, wait, it's with this cat, isn't it? Salutation, downloadable content. View DLC menu. Yes. Please don't just pop up my credit card information. You know, just like on the off chance. Quests. Confirm. Event. Oh my, okay. Download all quests. Why are they displayed if I don't have them downloaded? Also, I think I'm fine now. You know what? Honestly, just knowing how the Nintendo consoles work, I'm going to stay on this screen for just a couple seconds longer. Because it seems like they tend to go, okay, you're done, and then they pop up an extra screen that's like, boop. And within it, I don't know what it will say. I'm just erring on the side of caution. As fun as it could be to get myself doxxed. I do quite enjoy doxing. Why? I don't know. It just gives you something to do. Dude, honestly, though, I don't really understand. Like, when there's a streamer who gets doxed, unless they said some absolutely heinous shit, I really never get it. Like, even if they said it, it's not excused. But at least I understand the mindset where I was like, okay, got it. Whatever they said must have really upset them. So they were like, fuck this. I'm going to go out of my way to make their life a living hell. And, like, at least with that, even though you're absolutely a loser for doing it, I can see a mentality of where you're coming from. But, like, I don't understand at all why you would just, like example, playing Ludwig from video games, right? Bro, why would you even care? What could he have possibly done, you know? Or half of the docs I see, I'm like, what was the motivation? I guess it's just you want to prove you can do it. So the idea is, since you can do it, you should disconnect and return to the village. Yes. All right, DLC quests have been downloaded. Now that we've paid to win. I'm just kidding, they're all free. But imagine if they're like, you want to play the Devil May Cry one? Fork over $30. Is there an Ace Attorney one then? Is there an Ace Attorney event quest? Hold on. High rank event. Koro, Devil May Cry, Capcom, Fan Club Capcom, White and Black, Charismatic King, Trouble Composer, there's Mega Man, there's Star Fox, there's Metroid, there's Baki, I forgot they had that one. God, they used to do so many collabs. There's Case Closed. That's a classic. That's a classic. Big show if you like watching 30,000 episodes. One Piece fans will definitely like that one. No Party Poopers. Don't know if that's exactly what I'm looking for. Picturesque Encounter. Harbinger of Death. Yep, it seems like it. Be a Shame If. The Obvious Choice. Hermitar Appreciation. Centaur Appreciation. Silver and Gold. I'm trying to... Is there not a Phoenix Wright one? I thought there was. Goddess's Will, Message from Headquarter. I'm trying to see if any of these look like they would be given to you by their skilled gamer boy. Is that what Yugi goes by in the streets? The skilled gamer boy? A speckled boy? Hell yeah. Man in Sunglasses, Bearded Knight, Seventh Envoy, Elite Strider, Prince, Goddess of Power. I really thought that there was one. Hold on. Because Well, I guess I can just look it up. Ace Attorney MH4U. So how do you do that? Yeah, that needs... Let me read through them again. Do I not have it? Was it a limited time event? Maybe it was. I guess that would make sense. Because I don't see anything that even alludes to Phoenix Wright. But I clicked download all, unless it's one of these ones. Because there's an Animal Crossing one here and there isn't one anywhere else. No, I don't see it. Unless... Are the G-Rank event quests different? Oh, they are. Urgent coal miners needed. That's a pretty good one. I don't know. Frozen free for all, my love. Yeah. 4-1, sure. Brutal Brachydios, but quest. What was this one? Oh, never mind. Sorry. Well, maybe I still don't have it. Oh, they did a Laoshan Long one. I don't know about all that necessarily. Oh, hey, Slay a Fatalis. Look who's in this game. Hunt all lush. Thanks, man. That's gotta be it. Turnabout takedown. Judge? Yeah. Okay, so there is a Phoenix Wright one. Am I gonna be doing it? No, it's a Prowler quest. I don't know how you play those. I'm a firm believer that you can't teach an old dog any new tricks. That just doesn't make sense. The dog's old for a reason. It didn't want to learn new tricks. That's how aging works, I suppose. Okay. This one is just against a Celtis Queen, which means we should get water resistance. Why'd I go for Defender low over Defender high? You wouldn't fucking get it. I could explain all my rationale and mentality to you. You wouldn't get it. The answer was there was none, by the way. I was just kind of... Look, sometimes I just click buttons when I play a video game. Crazy as that may be. All right, since Dante is going to make this worth my while, I guess I got to go for it. Dude, Devil May Cry. It's such a good series, man. I would love another Devil May Cry game, but I don't know if we're ever going to get one. And if we do, I don't think it can be with Dante, right? That story's kind of done now. At least as I understand it. Oh, well, I guess you can always just come up with bullshit. You can always just say, and then also, by the way, this happened right afterwards, so Dante actually still needs to come back. I mean, they're making a new John Wick movie with Keanu Reeves. No spoilers or whatever, but, like, you can always just come up with something, I guess. I feel like I should go for whatever's glowing on him. I don't know how the hyper monsters work. Far be it from me to learn, but that feels correct. God, the little Celtis is so obnoxious. Poor little guy just wants to be included so bad. He's got the little brother syndrome down bad. Holy, I think the humidity is fogging up my nose more than I thought. Sorry, it's kind of bleeding a little bit. That'll be fine though. I mean, like, I feel like it's probably good for a little bit of nose to, or for your nose to bleed every now and then. It's gotta be, it's proving that, like, the sinuses are working. Dude, no, something is fucked up with my nose right now. I feel like a cocaine addict the way I keep rubbing at it. No, something is not right. Woo! Heinously so. Just drink this up real quick. Even if we get shot by Celtis, which we don't. Thank God for that. Go over here. Couldn't be able to get me behind this pillar. At least I'm safe inside my mind. Okay, well. Dodge out of the poison before it can hit you. Damn. Would have been sick, though. Well, good thing I wasn't hiding behind that pillar. That could have been deadly. All right. Thieves. I'm expecting him to come right back. Dude, yeah, no, something is fucked up with my nose right now. I guess this is what I get for streaming when it's raining. This is another reason why I try not to stream when it's raining. That, and I'm worried that, like, I assume I have a power surge protector kind of like built into most modern devices seem to have one. So I think that my PSU should have something kind of built in on my PC that should stop any frying from happening. It's not like you could fry the Switch either, because even if you, it's its own independent battery in there anyways, so it should be fine. I mean, I guess maybe you could short out the battery, but come on, you guys think Nintendo would build a console not well? No, not when they charge you $500. The Crab Scorpion's so sick. I fucking love the Celtis and the Celtis Queen. What you don't understand about it is these are two separate monsters. Look, there's the Celtis right there. The Celtis Queen is the giant one. And so if you get the Celtis off the Celtis Queen, the way the fight works is it's way easier. But the Celtis can start flying or start riding on the Queen's back and make it so the Queen can fly also. So you can't let the two of them combine. Now you might say, then why don't you kill the Celtis first if the Celtis is weaker? Well, the Queen can always just call another bug. So I don't really bother doing it. I'd rather just Zerg rush down the boss. You know, that's all I need. I use the term Zerg rush. Never in my life have I played a single game of StarCraft 2. Don't think I'm going to. Isn't it insane? Like, people live in different worlds. You know what I mean? People out there, very different people from me. Hold. Oh my god, wait, he's drifting so much better than I thought he would be. People out there, very different lives than me. I didn't think the Celtis had that kind of range to them, honestly. I thought they had little pitying shots. Maybe I should have killed that Celtis Queen. But there are people out there who still play StarCraft 2 every single day. Could you imagine that being your life? Waking up, grinding StarCraft 2, and then going to bed? I mean, I think the number has to have gone down by now. But that's insane. That's still a type of person who exists out there. I mean, granted, I say that, there's probably someone out there who still wakes up every morning and plays Phantasy Star Online. So, who am I to really say, wow, it'd be insane to still play? And I'm not talking Phantasy Star Online 2. I think they made a second one. Some people still play the original one, man. That's insane. Meowdy, do you need help from the legendary feline Navarro on HR 694 plus? Holy shit, that feline probably, you have more seniority than me on a cat, dude. That's crazy. I'm over here doing the Devil May Cry collab because I went, ooh, I want to look like Dante from my favorite video game, Devil May Cry. Damn, you're over here, you taught Dante everything he knows. But I've kind of just been doing a solo play. I think once I'm done all of G rank, I will open up lobbies and play with other people if other people want to play. But until then, I'm kind of trying to do the whole game solo. I mean, I did Lao Shan Long solo, which I'm pretty happy with. You repelled him, you didn't kill him. That is true, but I'm still going to take that as a dub because that guy has a lot of HP. Also, I'm sorry you couldn't pay me enough. You could not pay me to redo Lao Shan Long. I'm sorry, it's just not for me. He slowly walks. Siege quests are the most boring shit of all time. The only thing that eclipses them is playing an actual match of Rainbow Six Siege. That's not true. I liked Siege. It was just fun to use the word Siege again. I do think it's, and I'm not saying it is a bad game. I do think it's very telling that Siege and Valorant, some of the and even CS, some of the most fun people have in those games is when they get into flame wars with somebody else. Like, the true end game to any PvP shooter seems to be your own teammates. It does not matter how good and or bad you play. It's all about who you can pick on your team as a weak link to make fun of the entire time. And that's how you truly win. Damn. Got sat on by a big woman. That's somebody's dream. And I'm over here doing it for free. Whoa, that could have been pretty bad. Good shit, I jumped down on that. All right. There we go. Just take one step to the side. Yo, the Hyper Celtis Queen is very, very different from the Hyper Kechawacha. The Hyper Kechawacha was nothing. Damn, that was a big blast, my man. Sorry, my woman. See, like, we gotta talk about this. How come it sounds so natural to say my man, and then saying my woman makes it sound like I own somebody? It doesn't sound right. It's a fucked up double standard of a world we have. We really gotta change that. How am I gonna reclaim it by starting to say my woman? Hell no, man. Someone else reclaim it, and then I'll just ride off the coattails. You know, the way society and progress in society should always work. You can kind of tell I'm brain dead today because almost every other sentence I've been having one word that I say backwards from how I'm supposed to say it. I'm sorry. I've been very busy at work, man. It's been an exhausting couple weeks for me, okay? I'm doing my best out here. But I just enjoy yapping too much to give it up. I can't not stream. Today I was, like I said, it was doing a giant storm, a thunderstorm. I was thinking maybe I shouldn't stream, but I just kind of felt like talking, man. It's a bad disease I have. It's just that I can't help myself. And the exact same disease is around most desserts. That's not even true. Lao Shanlong is a really boring fight, but the weapons are really good. I know, that's the issue. I really want the Lao Shanlong switch axe because it looks so cool, but I don't want to do it again. Now, luckily, his armor set, it looks good, but I don't think it has really good passives. Dude, I'm getting fisted by the Celtis Queen. I clearly have not fought this one enough. I honestly didn't think that was an attack yet. Okay, hold. This is harder than G rank, I'll say it. This is a harder fight than the G rank ones I've been doing. I love the Celtis fight, it's very responsive. Oh, I love Celtis so much. I'm just getting battered around right now because the last time I fought a Celtis Queen was on my Nintendo 3DS. Oh, and granted, a Hyper Celtis Queen I've never fought. And as it turns out, when Celtis Queen moves a lot faster, she's very scary. Right, get in a little damage. And don't forget it. All right, now it's your turn. Oh, she's hyper? Yeah. I'm doing the Devil May Cry one. Yeah, that'd do it. Yeah, sure would. I mean, you've got to fall over soon. You're a bug, man. How did you possibly take all those hits and still be standing? Better than you ever did. Looking like a true survivor. I guess we'll just drink one of these. That was close. Honestly, almost got rolled over. You almost saw a guy get killed by a roly-poly. There's not much point in killing him. I agree. I was just gonna break his horn if I could. And then let him exist with a broken horn. That was kind of my plan, because I think if you break his horn, he can't turn as well. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but that just makes sense to me. 10 things in Japan, that just makes sense. 1, in Japan, when you buy something that has waste, they don't have trash cans outside. So you can just carry all of your trash with you all day and then sort it when you get home. Does that just make sense? Does that just make sense, travel blogger? Because I kind of like them just to have a couple trash cans on the corners, honestly. Like, I wouldn't mind it much at all. Especially because I wake up the morning after, and then on the streets, I have to see an old man sweeping up all the cans that the drunk office workers threw on the floor because of the fact that, yeah, there's no trash cans anywhere. So I don't know if that one does make sense, random travel blogger. I think it's one of those things that, like, the people who live there are just so used to it now that it would be, even if they added it, it might take some time for people to adjust to it. So they just say, why bother? Which, like, fair enough from them. But it doesn't just make sense. I'm tired of saying everything in Japan just makes sense. It doesn't, okay? Also, the raw amount of packaging on the products in Japan. A sea turtle trembles every time you buy one thing from a Family Mart in Japan. Well, see you guys in hell. Never mind. She doesn't know. She doesn't know she could have just killed me. Woo. Is optimized for minimum 2 solo, but monsters have more life points and damage output. Yeah, no, I know, but this is how I feel like I'm learning the game better. Because then when I go online, I almost never go down compared to others. And you might say that's a really weird point of pride if your other teammates are still going down. Don't worry about all that, all right? Neither of you can see each other's health bars. Exactly. For all he knows, sorry, for all she knows. Well, no, you know what? I was talking to the little Celtis up top. For all he knows, I'm still full HP. Shit, we're gonna bounce a lot right now. I gotta get out of here. All right, let's go sharpen up real quick. I miss my Seregios weapon, man. I miss it sharpening itself. It was so much nicer. I didn't have to worry about anything. It was all just done for me. It all just came out in the wash instantly. Dude, after I bought the Hyper Ketchawacha, I went, wow, Hyper Monsters are nothing. There's still something, man. There's still something. It's just the Ketchawacha was nothing. Very different experience. All right, let's go finish getting this Devil May Cry set. I don't know if it's just for the Palicos or not, but if I can look like Virgil, they have to do, wait, they had to have done a longsword, right? I mean, I'm not playing longsword, nor will I ever, but I just think it would be cool. I guess the other one, what would you do? How would you do a, maybe a gun lance? Well, I don't know. I'm just thinking because like Dante uses a gun. So how do you represent that in this game? I guess maybe you do a bow gun. Do you do a bow gun that's just like a fucking pistol? That would be kind of sick. Would I use it? No, but it would be kind of sick. I don't know. Maybe they didn't even do weapons. Maybe it's just like an outfit. Which if that's the case, yeah, I think that makes sense. Dude, would you quit this? I mean, like, there goes all my stamina. Didn't want it anyways, but there it all goes. Finally. Oh, the shortest dagger of all time. Did I do something wrong? That's gotta be your limp. You have to be weak. That has to be a limp. I'm not really sure what a limping bug looks like, but if I had to caution a guess, it was that. Don't. Come on, man. Can't we just be kind to each other? Can't we choose kindness? We can end this fight without much combat. We can just all be nice. I have noticed, though, that soloing all of the hub quests does make me drain a whole lot more potions than I would like to admit. Yeah. So, with these monsters, are you supposed to hit the glowing parts? Because that's what I've been telling myself is the correct answer, but I've got no clue if it is. It's just one of those things that feels right to me. It feels like that should be the weak point, but I can really see it going either way, where it's either a weak point or an extra armor point. And I don't know which one it is. Whew. Okay. Get back in there. Hit both points at once. Oh, baby. Okay. Oh, get back in there. Keep bothering both Celtis at once, if possible. Don't know how I didn't get hit there, but you know what the craziest part is? I'm smart enough not to ask. It's one of those things where I don't want the answer, so I won't get it. Huh, damn. Now the Celtis Queen is getting put in the blender. Now I understand it. You just stand close and kill. Swap back to this weapon. You ready? There it is. Ooh. Wait, she's not so strong right now. She lost her little simp, dude. Wait, you're not allowed to say that word on Twitch. She lost her little fanboy who is very kind to her all the time. There we go. You're still not allowed to say that word on Twitch? I remember that. Okay. That's got to be the most insane word ban of all time, though, right? Like, that just doesn't make sense to me to ban. Because, I don't know, man. Yeah, sure, it can sometimes be used improperly, but so can every word. Shrimp? Yeah, I mean, I guess you can still say shrimp. But I was talking about simp. I mean, you know, it's a term that hasn't been used for a while, and I think the Twitch ban is a large part of why. Granted, it might still be a banned word. So you might say, why did you double down then? Well, because I was saying shrimp the entire time. I just have a very hard to understand accent. So honestly, if you got offended by it, you should really reflect inwards because, like, I just have an accent, brother. We all point and squeal like possessed demons. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. That's not even related to the word. That's just because you felt like it. Whew. Man, what a shoulder charge. Okay. Oh yeah, IDK what word? Yeah. I mean, you've never even heard of it, right? Like, woo! And if you have heard of it, it's definitely not on the Salt and Slicer stream. That's not where we learn new words. Wow, that would have killed me if I was in front of it. Me when I see a bus go by. Damn, I could have got free college if I was in front of that thing. Is that like actually a real thing, by the way? Like, do you actually get free college if you get hit by a college tour bus? Because they can't be right. It is a very simple behavior. It kind of is, though. Like, that's what I'm saying. It just doesn't make sense because the ban itself kind of proves that the word has a place. All right. How many hours have you played in MH4U? Woo, probably right around 200 at this point, which is more than I thought, but not as many as you. But it's definitely way more than I thought it would be. Holy shit. I mean, like, I don't blame you at all, though. This game kind of has infinite content. Like, when somebody says they don't make games like they used to anymore, they better be talking about Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Because nobody makes a game quite like this one. This one is a one of a kind. I don't think any other Monster Hunter that has come after it has been able to reach the same highs for a lot of people. And I think that's an insanely fair and valid take. Because honestly, what made me come back here was I played Wilds. It is, in fact, true. That's crazy. Why don't more people just jump in front of buses? Like, obviously, to get free college, not for other reasons. That'd be dubious. Plus, you don't have to traumatize someone else if you really want to go out. Like, I'm sure you can find a better way to do it. Not that I'm encouraging you to. I'm just saying, like, if you really did, don't jump in front of a bus because now you're ruining someone else's day. I don't know. It just kind of feels like an insane free college hack. Like, imagine, honestly, if you're stupid and you can't make it into Harvard, it kind of, well, I guess that doesn't make you stupid. They have an insanely low acceptance rate. But, like, if you're sure you're not going to get into Harvard, jump in front of one of their buses, man. Welcome aboard. Welcome to the Harvard team. Anyone can be a Harvard lawyer. This is not legally binding advice. See? Learned that one at Harvard. That's where they taught me to say that one, so. Celtis, do you mind just leaving me alone for a second? Are you gonna do a second one? Yes. All right, now we can just sharpen. There we go. Be on our way, and then go finish off this Celtis queen. Now, hold on, you only get free college if it's proven their fault in court. That's not, well, all right, hear me out. Get a bunch of your friends on this bus. Hypothetically, obviously, we're not actually doing this. Get a bunch of your friends on the bus who can then all take a tour of the college while you jump in front, and then they can confirm without a shadow of a doubt, all of them as witnesses, that you did in fact get hit by the bus driver's fault. Now, this is only illegal if you get caught, like most things. Video proof. So the strategy is changing a lot, by the way. But now the strategy has to adapt again. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna do exactly what we were just talking about, but you're gonna make sure that you have a camera dead zone or watchdog style, have somebody hack in right before it happens to cut the footage there. Now that might seem suspicious, but how are you, or how are they gonna deny that it's their fault in court when they don't have any evidence and you've got all the people on your side? Now, welcome to Harvard. Now, if you could do this, you could also probably spend a little bit of time studying for the SATs. But I'm assuming that, like, that option's already, like, way far gone. Like, even if you spend your entire life studying, you're not making it in. So you got to do this one. Your life work could be making it in and you would not. So, I mean, just, like, how tanky is one Celtis queen? This just doesn't seem right to me. I don't have any health. I got one well-done steak to my name. That's literally all I have. I missed the Prowler mode in Monster Hunter RS, every time I go back to GU, I'm a bomb type Nerva Palico with iframes by dodging it without to skill it. So I've never done Prowler mode. I want to though, because I want to do the Animal Crossing collab and get my little guys to look like Tom Nook and Isabel. Because I think that would go crazy. Actually, I think isn't it Isabel and Rossetti? I think. Correct me if I'm wrong on this. Just kidding. Don't ever correct me. Not in my chat. No, I'm kidding. That was the one where I was joking. Just in case it wasn't obvious. I actually have no problem saying I'm wrong, which is apparently a rare trait for a streamer. Can't think of anybody when I say this, but, you know. Whew, had to dodge still. Oh my god, please just hit him. Sorry, her. Weaves. Get back in there. Okay. I mean, you're both limping, man. Shouldn't one of you just consider being done with this? No? Okay. Well, that's fine. All right, so this time you went this way. Yeah, area 9? I guess so. Okay. It's not where I thought they'd rest. I'm just chilling with this guy. You know how it is. He wouldn't hurt me. Oh. All the Velociprays are here now. Cool. So, we should just be able to go in, pop our Trance Slash, and win. That's my plan. Okay, Celtis, chill the fuck out, man. Yeah. Alright, pop one of these. That didn't kill. Well. Whew. Hey. Honest to God, I had no clue that that was even an attack. I thought he was getting staggered. Sorry, she was getting staggered. Turns out he is my default pronoun. Should I work on this and fix it? No. No, I'm here to acknowledge that I see the issue with what I'm saying, but I'm also, I did get run over by a bus eventually, but I'm not changing. All right. Whatever, we'll be fine. Is it deodorant? Okay, I thought it was Farcasters for a second, and I got a little hyped up. But then I realized, me, certified gamer, can't stand deodorant. What can I say? Dude, it is crazy to think, though, that there are people out there who go to a convention and just don't deodorant up. Like, how does that not cross your mind as a thing you should do with this convention? And, like, before I started going to conventions, I was like, ah, people always say that, but they don't realize. No, actually, as it turns out, they're kind of right. There's a lot of people who go there that don't have, like, how do you not even give yourself, like, a sniff check? I'm sure some people, like, if you're in cosplay, and then by the end of the day, you're a sweaty mess, I think I can understand that. If you're in your average, normal working clothes, or, like, just kind of like a casual outfit, and you're going to a convention, and you're leaving and you smell atrocious, I don't know, what happened, man? Like, I know it's a crowded space. I've been in there before. But just, like, apply a bit more hygiene. It'll go crazy for you, I promise. I remember I was at a convention last year. I was looking at art at this one booth, and just an absolute stinker was behind me. I don't know who they were, but the whole entire booth started to smell like their body odor almost instantly. I walked away because I was like, well, I care about this art, but I really don't want to smell this right now. I'm not even kidding. After I walked away, I looked back at the booth. They were the only person still there. Everybody else had walked away. That's an insane level. I mean, that's aura. Just not the kind of aura you want, I think. They cleared out an entire popular artist booth by existing. That's insane, man. Like, that's what I'm talking about. How do you get to that level without thinking to yourself, okay, maybe I should be showering up here? I might be dead. Horrible drink. Yep, we're dead. Oh my god, what a dumbass I am. What a dumbass I am. Oh, what an absolute fool and buffoon. If you just hit him twice, he can also die, by the way, just so you know. Just like instead of, I don't know, committing your entire life to something that I don't want to see. Look, I don't want to see the chat right now. That's on me. Oh, that was a horrible misplay. That was a horrible misplay. What am I even thinking? What am I even... I got a whole lump of gray matter up here for show. Just for show. It doesn't do anything. What's heavier, a pound of feathers or a pound of my brain? That's right, it's the pound of feathers. More's going on. Oh, that's rough. That's a stupid misplay. That's a really dumb misplay. That's an insanely dumb misplay. That's rough. Are you playing online or offline? Oh, I mean, like, currently, I was playing, I guess, technically offline, I suppose. I mean, that was just a really, really bad misplay, as unfortunate as it is. Ugh. Okay. Sorry, I'm checking some messages right now. It might be needed for something. I'm trying to check. It might be. But like, do I want to? I don't know. I am messaged that I should be doing something. I don't know. It's so hard for me. I'm so bad at like setting schedules. It's so hard to do everything you want. You know what I mean? But is this something I want or something I need? A beverage that temporarily makes it more easy to fill the hunter's art gauge. I didn't know you sold those. Do you sell every single? You do. You even sell up to King armor. Okay, all the way up to King though. And then we got Burna tickets, but we don't have Burna tickets G. How does one man get a Burna ticket G, might I ask? Because I've been trying to upgrade this bad boy. Well, actually, I guess technically what I've really been trying to upgrade is my... Where's the Fond Farewell? Is it somewhere around here? Or is it up one? Yeah, I've been wanting to upgrade this, but then this is just going to be a 190 power, so I got to check where it upgrades from there. But I know I have plenty of Mizutsune orbs, so that wouldn't be an issue. But like, hold on. Fond Farewell. Farewell. MHGU. Okay. MHGU. Fond Farewell. So... it eventually does upgrade all the way to 300 power, but what I would need after this is a Mizutsune water orb, of which I think I have one, but let me check, because if I don't, that might change things. Mizutsune kind of has like purpley parts. I know that's shocking, but it's true. Well, there's Zenogre and Astalos, so Astalos is here, so the Mizu should be right around here. There's Glavenos Fire Orb. But I only have one Mizutsune orb? I think I only had one Mizu orb. So then I would have to keep borrowing. Oh, I had 2 plates, but I only had one of the orbs. I do have a Glavenus Fire Orb, so I could do something Glavenus style. We also have a Gormagala Noct Gem, but I need more feelers, and I feel like feelers never spawn. And legends never die. But I mean, that's just because they become a part of you. Dude, my inventory is getting filled up. Also, while we're here, I should probably check out what I can make for my Palico. They haven't been upgraded in a while. Yeah, because they've got some of that. What was the one that I had a bunch of? Was it this one? Aha, but I need heavy humble scrap. Where would I get heavy humble scrap? Heavy insect scrap. Heavy wood scrap. Heavy Banarba. Heavy... Where's heavy humble? Heavy is the crown, or heavy is the head that wears the crown. Heavy humble would be probably somewhere around here then, right? No. Is there a way I can sort this that doesn't... Heavy Rathian? Okay, so... Shala Deora, Heavy Lao Shan Long, a regular, Hyper... Do you have the free MHGU database app for smartphone from the Play Store? Can't say that I do. I just kind of use Kiriniko. I feel like it's a very similar thing. I just have to actually look up exactly what I'm going for every time. Forge from the Dragon Ripper. Forge. I would love to. Can't really do that. So I must have missed heavy irregular scrap. That might be on the first page and I'm just blind. Hold on. Nope, definitely not. Wood, fur, Banarba. Where? Maybe heavy irregular scrap. Maybe they just sell it upstairs. Hold on. Maybe it's just like the other kind of scrap or the other kind of stuff where you have to buy it from her. Let's see. Items. I'm looking for heavy irregular scrap. Well, that was fun for all of a second where I thought I was gonna say it. I can buy more privilege. That's worth something. Heavy irregular, because my palicos die every second. And I need them to live for sure. I mean, what else can we make at the end here? Because we're looking for a lot of the X stuff. Heavy wood scrap. We've got bistro ticket G's. We could make them the gourmet cheese wheel. That's true. See, but was it a regular scrap or did I just like misread it? Oh, it's heavy humble. Oh, I'm blind. Wait a minute. Local man learns how to read. Heavy humble. Heavy humble. He's but a humble scrap, but quite heavy. Hyper scrap, irregular scrap. Humble. There's a Kendrick song in there somewhere about sitting down and maybe even being humble. Heavy humble scrap. Heavy Baroth, heavy Hermitar, heavy Tetsukabra, heavy Royal Ludroth. Humble. Kongalala. Longonga. Humble, though. Where would you guys be if you were humble? If you were a humbler man, where do you think you would be? Heavy bone, heavy ore, heavy insect. I'm starting, well, maybe, wait, was it not heavy or was it just humble? It might have just been humble scrap. Well, let's just look for humble then. I'm still not seeing it though. It's kind of my issue. Humble. No one, I mean, it's just so hard to find, so nobody's humble these days. Humble scrap. Humble. I mean, looks like I can't trade for it. You need to do G rank Palico or G rank event Prowler quest to get scrap. Oh. Well, that's gonna be rough because they don't have much right now. Well, I could also, not all of them need the heavy humble, just some of them do. Right? Yeah. Because we got some of these ones down here. Well, these ones need humble, but these ones could just be made with heavy Hermitar or Tetsukabra. Without, ooh, yeah. Not all of them need humble. Yeah. So maybe that's what we go for, because this should still be, just by comparison, way better. Like, I mean, honestly, it matters way more on the armor. So I guess I should have checked that first. Damn, he looks awesome. If I'm not using my Astalos stuff or anything, and I'm not. I'm gonna make the Astalos armor too. Hold on. Probably important to check. Astalos. Aha, Astalos. Yeah, I could just make both of these. And then by comparison, I mean, look at that armor difference, man. We could also go for the Mizu. What's the Borealis? Oh. Lash Hunt. I mean, I'm probably not doing that right around now. Not the kind of guy I see myself as. Can already make this. Wait. Does that mean I could just make... Oh. Hold. Look, I'm gonna have a little bit of like a dad who's not super responsible moment. I'm going to get them confused because they're gonna look the same. Welcome to Crab Nation, baby. Population U. Welcome to Crab Nation. Fuck yeah, me and the two baddie crabs I pulled. Hell yeah. Come on, boys. We've got work to do. Go to the home and take the DLC items. After download, you take it. Hold. Not this one. Well, I guess we probably should send out an expedition, though. I haven't in a while. What kind of G-rank expeditions we got going on? You guys, go get some Tetsukabra parts. You're built for it. You're not matching the colors. You are correct on that. I kind of forgot. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Just vibe it out. Not bad. Could have been way better, but not bad. Okay. The main reason I was also here is because I wanted to view my inbox, send all these. Man, I do love how convenient it is to send all of this quickly to your inventory. Hold on. Hold on. One second. Just hold on. We're almost there. If you want, I can help you out on the Prowler quest. I think I'm probably, I know I've barely been live. It's only been 2.5 hours, but I'm probably about to end stream. I'm just doing my maintenance, so I don't have to do it at the start of next stream. And then, by the way, if you're wondering, if you're here for Monster Hunter content, and you're like, wait, I kind of like the way he talks while he plays Monster Hunter. First of all, I appreciate it. Second of all, I do Monster Hunter on Mondays and Thursdays. I didn't do it on this Monday, just because I was in... No, wait, this Monday, I think there was a storm. Yeah, this Monday there was a storm and my power was out. That's why. This week it's kind of been all over the place for me. I've been very, I've been doing a lot of overtime at work. So I'm a little out of it. I'm a little out of sorts, so I'm not really talking as much as I normally would. Sorry about that. I know it's been a little bit of a quiet stream. Probably been hearing too much of your own thoughts in your mind. I know. It's the last thing you want, to be left alone inside the domicile that is your own mind, but... Okay, anyway, so we don't need all these. So what am I looking for? It is downloadable content, view deal. Wait, no, hold on. Claim items. Oh my God. I mean, why not just claim all of them, right? I see no reason not to just claim them all. Yes, take all. Boy, it would be nice if they had a button for that. Wow, I've been out here playing on hard mode. How come nobody ever told me about this before? I've asked people in my chat, how do I get more of this? And they just go, oh, you can't. They just go, you know what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to go and find X, Y, and Z before you can start. You're going to have to wait till you unlock. Because I remember we were at a loss for honey at one point. This would have been all the honey I would need. And then you guys could have said, yes, dear, comedically after I said, oh, honey. It's the easiest joke of all time. Look how many horns coins I'm getting. Oh, well, maybe they unlocked those at G rank. What kind of other DLC stuff we got going on? Anything I didn't claim? Do not turn off the console. Okay. Damn, my fault. We got more in quest. How do we possibly have more in quests? I did all of them. Oh, I guess I technically didn't install the challenge ones. Look by the cat armor, torso only, and see if you find the legendary feline Nervo with 200 defense. Okay. Sorry, Navarro. Navarro. Not Nervo. Local man is learning to read English. Look, it's a complicated language. Plus, I don't even know if it just because it's spelled like that, it's pronounced like that. We kind of do fun things in the English language sometimes. We call them little goofs and gaffs. Download special downloadable palicos. Ranger 2, Dodrai, and Arajo. Specialty bombing. Isn't that Rico from the Penguins of Madagascar? Download all palicos. They're mine now. I own these. Item packs. Download all items. Did I miss some? Was that not all of the items? Surely that was all of them. Extras. I mean, yeah, we got to see what we got going on here. Download all. All right. Content previews. Oh, we might as well. Here's what's new. Yep, this was from 2018. I don't think that one's really going to be too useful for us now. See a post from 2001. Whatever you do, don't go to New York today. How did they know? Who told them this? Okay. Now we should go back to our other guy. Hold on. See if we have any new claimable stuff here. What was that? Was that trader extra for items? Wait, I might be stupid. Was it just downloadable content? Oh, yeah, it was claim items. Okay, we're good, we're good. So now we will go over here. Look at this. Did we have a... None of those. Legendary something. There's a Plesioth cat. It's not Plesioth at all. Wait, the Volvidon set goes insane? Hold on, hold on. What's the Volvidon body look like? Okay, the Volvidon body really drops the whole kind of aesthetic, but... Alright, I'm looking for a legendary... Oh! Oh. Fuck yeah. Well, you guy looks awesome with it. Still needs heavy, humble scrap. And it's worse than my Centaur one, but, like... Have you played Base Generation before GU? I have not. Did Base Generation come out in the US? Because any exposure I've had to the Monster Hunter franchise is US based. We could make something with our Plesioth scrap. Give them a little surfboard to fight with. But honestly, our Celtish drill isn't even that bad. I don't really care how much damage they do, you know? Not for me to care about. We could also make the F Nibble Snarf one. Could be fun. Could be fun. Don't think we're going to, but... Or the Blongongo one goes insane. The Ice Spear is sick. That might be a worthwhile creation. But the Celtish drill does give us... Hold on. Can I make the Celtish drill again? The Cursed Cloud? Oh, because it's a Matsu. Okay, yeah, never mind. That adds up. I thought it was about to be like Cloud Strife. Holy, is that Sephiroth? Heavy ore scrap, and then we can make a weapon here with white sharpness. Damn, my Palico's living better than me. In a net, the Animal Crossing does go insane. Yeah. My head's throbbing. I think I'm probably gonna call it there. I think I'm gonna call it there for now. I had to ask because the DLC quest on 3DS transfer over to GU. Oh. No, I have not. I really want to do the one that gets you the Animal Crossing set, though. That one looks really fun, just because I love Animal Crossing as an IP. I know, grown-ass man loves Animal Crossing. Oh, I'm sorry, with being in touch with what I enjoy. It's called a little life sim, and it's awesome. And it makes me happy. So, fuck you. No, but yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out. I hope you had a great time watching. I had a great time streaming. I might be back on Saturday to try out that rat roguelike, depending on if I'm feeling good. If I'm feeling well rested. If not, I will be back on Monday for Monster Hunter. Then Tuesday would be the rat roguelike. Then Wednesday we'll wing it from there. And then Thursday will be Monster Hunter again. What else do people say at the end of stream? Oh, this is where you're supposed to foster a parasocial relationship. Guys, you are my best friends, and I wouldn't be here without you. Thank you. Just remember, if you're ever feeling bad, you have me as your best friend. Through thick and thin. No, thank you guys so much for coming out. I will see you all Monday or Thursday if you're here for Monster Hunter, and I will see you Tuesday or Wednesday if you're here for me yapping, and then also Monday and Thursday, because you can't skip out on your government mandated Monster Hunter streams. You have to be here. You have to be obedient. You cannot. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Peace.